Foot fungus? Foot fungus. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back to Ghosts of Saltmarsh. When we last left off, everybody was in the woods, exploring, finding materials. Might have ran into a few mushroom men. Might have made Kade a little crazy for a moment.
I forgot that.
But she's all good now, and the group decided to camp for the night because they only got one of the three things that Abby was told to get from Captain Zandris. Pretty sure that's what it was? No, Zendros. Sorry, Captain Zendros. Meanwhile, Josul, you're back in Saltmarsh.
Mm-hmm.
And you are trying to get information on stuff. Is it fine if I say?
Yes, you can say the name of the person I'm looking for.
Okay.
Also, you can say the name of the elf I'm looking for.
Okay.
If you wish.
I already told you out of game, but
Yeah.
we'll say in game. You were searching for this individual and your wife that's missing, and there still hasn't been any information on either for you that you can find through your contacts. But Captain Zendros does tell you, perhaps you should head to the Drowned Woods. The group's out there having a little bit of trouble with mushrooms.
Hmm.
And she marks exactly on your map where they're at.
Interesting. If you don't mind just idly answering my curiosities, where exactly, or more how exactly, do you know where they're at?
I have plenty of resources. Also, that are finding materials I need.
A bit of a, what's the spell? Scrying? Is that it?
No, none of that.
Was crystal balls and pools of water and whatnot, right?
Well, last reports I had, there was a bunch of myconids in the forest around that area.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I suppose they probably did run into them if there's some in the forest looking for supplies for your stuff. I should get out that way then. Do you have something that could get me there quicker? A spell or a portal or whatnot? Is that how magic works?
I do not in stock, no. And I'm sure you don't want to spend a coin on such a thing.
Well, I do have money. I was not intending it on spending it on a spell. No. How far out are they?
You know what? A certain fishy friend of mine is out there. I'll do you one favor.
I'm perfectly alright in dealing with favors.
Sorry, someone's using literal sign language. Anyway. She hands you a scroll and says, use this in the nearby tree. You open it and it's in weird scribbles you don't quite understand, but it seems to be written on a very thin slice of tree.
Okay.
And as you cast it, you get sucked into the tree, and you seem to go into the ground, and you just, whoa! As you were automatically cast upon transport via plants. And you end up right at their camp. And we'll say it's like you guys were setting up for camp, it's getting dark.
Josul?
And he literally just pops out of the tree right next to you guys. Like a turnip.
Wait, what?
Like a turnip. He just right out of the ground right next to
Did
you.
a tree just shit you out?
I don't think that's how that works, buddy.
Well, sort of. It was a spell of sorts. I couldn't quite read it myself, but if I was able to use the scroll. Somebody has a friend in town that they say they was willing to do me a favor for, so I guess I owe someone a favor for that. Would be best if I could help you out. I hear there's myconids in these woods. Have you run into anything myconidish?
Do we hear that name? Do we know what they're called? I don't know if any of us cast an.
I would say
checked
after the fight and you guys
I
thought
do not
about
think
it.
we have ever met anybody named Mike. However, there was some mushrooms a minute ago that were really bad.
Did they try to kill you?
I don't know if anyone were named Mike.
Yes, they did try to kill us a little bit, yeah.
Guessing those are the myconids we were looking at.
Oh.
Perhaps
So these
that...
mushroom men are myconoids. Good to know.
Katie's walking around where Josul popped out, trying to figure out if...
There's not a single trace of, like, on the ground of where he was. Besides, his mermaid tail.
I must say, there are a lot of roots around here that I transported through to get here. That was a very strange sensation. It was like swimming through the earth.
You don't say.
Wasn't really much to look at, but it was like swimming through the earth as far as the feeling goes. If you can imagine such a thing.
And probably the biggest thing you noticed, Josul, is they've set up camp next to an intact sailing ship that sits on branches of low-growing grove of trees that you literally just popped out of.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
The branches move in the wind and emulate the motion of the sea.
That seems supernatural.
Says the fish that just came out of a tree.
Well, I do admit that it has been a rather strange last few minutes, but I don't think trees are supposed to move like that.
I don't think ships are supposed to land in the forest like that.
Something
Overall, there's a lot of strange things happening in this forest.
It's kind of hard to tell because the sun's setting and it's getting dark, but you don't see like any form of damage on the ship at all. It's perfectly intact.
Maybe that.
If we want to, we could pull out. Katie, you could pull out your fancy new torch and see what we can see around the outside of this thing before we go to sleep, so we don't get any nasty surprises.
Oh, I pull out my torch and it's glowing purple.
That is an interesting colored torch.
To Katie
Where
from
did
Abby
you get
Hart.
that?
I made it.
I pointed at Abby.
I made it for her.
That's interesting. Colored torches could be quite useful.
I can use it underwater too.
Katie, we can use them as signaling things, like the bandits on the ship.
Exactly.
They had lanterns. We have colored ones. They're very expensive lanterns, though.
Okay.
Like, it was a gift, so I don't mind that. But I'm just saying.
Just
50 gold for a colored bird.
Being the fancy sailor smuggler man you are, you probably have heard of bullet lanterns that are their lenses are like ruby, so it makes a red glow and stuff.
I have heard of lanterns that have the lenses colored so that they can emit certain lights used for signaling. For no reason at all, of course. I say adjusting my turban and acting like I don't really know.
What is the lens colored with? Is it just painted?
No, ruby. So that the light still shines through.
My spell might still be cheaper, because mine requires, like, a gem, I think?
Yes, we could probably
Hang on, let me check my prayer book.
For the sake of convenience, they cost the same.
It would be about the same price, to be honest.
Continual flame is ruby dust for 50 gold. Yeah, it's straight up actually a ruby, too. That's funny.
I turn the color to red.
That was pure coincidence, by the way.
I turn the color to red. I said, if it's this color and you see it, I'm in trouble. And I turn it back to purple.
Good to know.
That is an interesting way of doing that. Perhaps if any of us venture off on our own, we should indeed have one of those torches just in case. So we
we're gonna wait until we get back to town so that we can.
Right. Of course. Do I see anything on this boat, like an anchor or anything?
There is an anchor going down into the trees. This low grove of trees.
So you could theoretically climb the anchor onto the ship?
Yeah.
Mr. Josul, one sec. Hang on. I'm gonna cast Longstrider on you so that you're a little faster. So that if you find something...
Before you guys do that, can we be like, you guys take your long rest, and maybe it's morning when you do it or something? Because it was more of just having it so he's there before you guys take your long rest, and then...
Well, we can, but I was gonna check around, but it's up to you guys.
It's nighttime right now. Is it nighttime?
The sun was setting, so yeah.
Okay. Let's just explore this place in the morning. I say before you cast your spell.
I do think we should set up a watch then, though.
Of course. I'll take first watch. I've been up all day asking questions. I'm a bit frustrated. So
I'll take the
some
last
time to
watch, the
think.
one in the morning, because I'm already starting to lose my vision in this area.
All right,
I'm okay taking second watch. No problem.
Josul, perception check during your shift.
Okay, my, just for the record, passive perception is, it's wisdom based, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. 10.
Nice.
I rolled good. That's good, because otherwise I think we'd be killed. 17.
All right. You swear you could hear something up in the ship up there. It was hard to hear over the creaking of the trees and stuff that are moving like waves, but it was something high pitched, but it was like singular, and it wasn't super loud.
Did it sound like musical?
No, not from what you could tell.
Okay. I keep an watchful ear that direction just in case it happens again.
Besides that, nothing else happens on your shift.
Okay.
Um,
I let the next person know, which I think is Axel,
mhm.
right? I let Axel know to keep a watchful eye, or ear rather, towards that ship up there. I heard some sort of high-pitched noise come from it, and then nothing else. I suspect there might be something up there.
You say so, huh? Okay. Thanks for
And
that.
then I set up, I guess, wait, do I have a bedroll, or do I just find some dirt? Didn't write down bedroll. Dirt it is.
Interesting bit about this the drowned
You can-
woods. It's almost marsh, so you're probably in more mud than dirt.
Oh, okay.
You can take my bedroll if you want to. I'm not using it right now.
Okay. I move over to the bedroll and park my very large hiney on it.
Axel, give me a perception check during your shift.
Okay, also, I would like to take an hour and use the ritual form of Find Familiar to change my hermit crab into a squirrel.
Okay. Your squirrel finds it very confused as it tries to hide in its tail like it's a shell.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to have to change that because I need a different form for him. You know what? Scrap that. They're amphibious. He doesn't need to breathe water. Never mind. He can still be a hermit crab.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just slow as shit.
Fuck that noise. Yeah, I'm just going to send him on a little exploratory mission, moving stealthily up the chain, and let him check it out. But I will go ahead and roll my perception. Oh, great. 26.
You swear you can hear something talking to itself.
Oh, great. Can I make out the language?
But only one target, and this is more of you. The only reason you know about this is because of the hermit crab and you perceiving through the hermit crab with that perception check.
Cool beans.
As you hear like, sky.
So, can I make out the language or no?
No. I'm pretty
Awesome.
sure you can't. What languages do you know?
Common and Aquan.
Yeah, no.
Cool. All right. Well, he's not going to engage, but he will creep back.
Besides that, it sounds like it's deep in the hull of the ship.
Mhm.
I don't know if his name's Hermie, but Hermie the hermit crab. If he
Corey
was
Anders.
okay, if Corey Anders moved past the deck and tried to go underneath, notice there's nothing else on here. There's no sailors or guards or nothing.
Right. No. Okay.
All right, so
No, he's not gonna go any further. Once the sound of something up in there was detected, that's all he needed.
Whatever language it was, I'm pretty sure it was talking to itself. There was no other voices being heard,
Mhm.
but it sounded like a conversation was happening. And then Abby, on your shift, give me a perception check.
Sure.
I will
Which of
pass
these
along.
dice do I not trust?
I will pass along the advice that
Not that one.
we are not alone, and there is something up in the restaurant, in the boat, talking maybe to itself. It doesn't seem to notice us, though, or at least it doesn't seem to be hostile. So, just keep one ear open, yeah?
Okay, so I rolled before he told me that, But I still have spell slots, and I haven't changed my spells. I had enhanced ability prepared. Can I cast that on myself to get advantage?
Sure.
I'm gonna do that.
Starting off great tonight, huh?
I rolled 2 fucking 2s.
I mean, you're getting them out of the way.
So that's a 5.
It's hard to hear anything over. It's hard to hear anything over the creaking of the trees that are moving like waves above you.
You know, Scotty, you say that. You also know how her dice usually work to begin with.
I'm trying to be optimistic. So, you guys finish your long rests.
She needs a young druid and an old druid.
Yeah.
And it's morning, and you got your long rest stuff.
Well, I didn't see anything in the night.
I slept great.
There was definitely something in that ship.
Yeah, Axel mentioned that we might have friends that are talking to themselves.
I didn't
But
hear
I didn't hear
voices.
anything.
I didn't hear a thing.
I sleep talk. Is that what it means?
I feel like I would have known if it was you. I know your voice.
Axel, could your crab go up there and look around?
Well, that is how I made out that it was a voice in the first place. I took your advice on the warning, and I sent him up to explore, and that's when Corey actually was the one that heard it. So yeah, he can do some scouting.
Perhaps we could at least get some sort of information as to what we're dealing with here before we disturb it.
That
I
would
don't
probably
want
be
to
smart.
poke an angry bear if we can just avoid it by walking by.
I can make friends with it.
I'm not sure that
I would
your
prefer you make
ability-
friends with a bear than a spy. Actually,
I
okay.
don't
So
suspect
like
this is an animal.
emotionally, I would rather that you make friends with a bear than a spider. Intellectually, I'm pretty sure that bear is much more dangerous than spiders.
Oh, you're just big and fluffy.
I do
They're
not think
also
this is a bear.
bitey and have big claws and very big and much bigger than your healer.
Right.
Now, look, I don't know a lot about dry animals, but I'm pretty sure bears don't talk.
That's
They don't
a
need to
valid
talk.
point. That's
sure
no,
no
that's a valid
animals.
point. Like they usually don't.
I want a talking bear.
I'm not gonna stop you. I just don't know where you're gonna find one. Anyway, we
Baker
should.
knew once that
You should
made
ask-
some
you
of
should-
his bakery goods bear claws. I wonder if they actually were made out of bear claws.
Oh.
Okay, first off,
Go to the local Duke, Sir Barrington. He might know where there's some bears nearby.
let's see who usually
Decent
takes the
Barrington.
most damage. The most. So definitely Josul.
I mean, who can
Wait.
take the most damage or who gets damaged the most? There's a difference.
Who can take the least damage? Who is the weakest? I have a spell that can make you a little bit more resilient, but I can only hit 3 people with it. So I'm definitely thinking Josul, but for the others, I'm not sure. Because Sekald, I know that you don't really have armor, but at the same time, you stay toward the back, so you don't get hit anyway.
Exactly.
You know, remember on that ship with all those creatures,
Yeah,
and I
I
stood
was-
right in the middle,
Yeah,
and nothing
I was
touched
definitely
me.
thinking you, Katie.
Well, they gotta hit me first.
Also true. I can change it up every day. So Josul, Katie, and Axel, you have 10 temporary hit points from the spell Aid for 8 hours.
I am rather stealthy. Perhaps I could stealth up there and see if anything is that way. But I think we should send the crab first.
I quite agree. So I will go
Nice.
ahead and direct him remotely. So I will take a seat, and please, nobody draw on my face this time.
I will try to avoid the edge.
I put away the piece of charcoal.
Sekald grabs a piece of charcoal.
Because of course he does.
As the hermit crab crawls away, he just hears it bickering over, "No, put the chalk away. He asked us not to do it." But it'd be funny.
The crab is
hermit crab
crab is
goes
going to
up
turn
there.
around and like clack his little pinchers at them, and then wander off up the tree.
Just climbs up the anchor chain like before, gets back up on deck, hearing the same things as before.
Okay. So he's going to engage his blind sight and start kind of edging around the walls and moving stealthily. So I need to make a stealthy crab check.
Yep.
So let me pull up the stats for my crabby. And
What's the intelligence on your crabby?
they have all the same stats as the base creature, right?
They should, yeah.
As a
As a crab.
yeah.
So my intelligence modifier on the crab is a -5.
So it's 1. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So,
But he's +2 to stealth. That's his stealth bonus. Okay, so 15 stealth for the crab.
All right.
And he's going to be just kind of like
Gets
peeking
up-
around.
Gets up to the door on the deck that leads further down.
Mm-hmm.
It's closed.
Is there a gap under the door?
It would be a tight little fit, but he could probably squeeze through it.
Okay. He is going to attempt to squeeze through it.
Acrobatics check.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. His dex mod is 0, so 15.
Okay, he's able to get through without having his shell get stuck in
Good.
the gap, and slowly heads further down the stairs. Each stair is a hop, essentially. Yeah,
Okay.
and
Poor little guy.
eventually gets down into the cargo hold, and down in the cargo hold, does your little hermit crab have dark? No, it has blind sense. It
Yeah,
can
blind sense 30 feet.
but it does not have dark vision.
No.
Okay, I just want to tell you what it perceives.
It has
then.
blind sight. I don't know if it makes a difference. So it can see in, I don't know what the fuck. Blind sense, blind sight.
Blind
whatever.
sight is you see with your ears, essentially,
Okay.
or tremor
You're
sense,
Daredevil.
or tremor sense, one or the other.
you're like Daredevil.
Right.
Tough.
Gotcha.
With hermit crabs, I like to think more tremor sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Can sense that there's something in the very middle of the cargo hold, and it seems to be sitting on top of an object. And every once in a while, it's shifting, and that's what it's perceiving with its blind sight. And whatever it is, it's bigger than Axel. It has wings, and
Ooh.
it smells horrible in here.
Oof. Does Axel recognize the scent
No.
with his?
But this creature does not perceive your hermit crab at all.
Oh, great. Okay. So bigger than me, and smelly and winged.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Are there any other distinct sounds or anything?
Rustle of feathers sometimes.
Hmm.
Actually, your little hermit crab does climb up onto a very disgusting, almost super oily feather at one point.
Ew. Okay, it's gonna grab that feather in its pincers and scuttle home.
Needs a constitution save.
Ew. Oh, gross. Oof. Okay. On mod is flat, so another 15. Wow, this dice is really consistent today.
Okay.
Morgan's going to betray me in a minute.
He probably instinctually making the save lets go of the feather.
Ew. Okay. What happened?
The weird oily stuff felt really,
Yeah.
really weird.
Bad. Oh,
Made him feel bad.
okay. So don't touch
Bad
the feather.
touch from the feather.
Got it. He's gonna.
Not like a mental
claws.
feel bad, more like I was about to be sick.
Yeah, he's gonna beat Claws back home, and as he does that, Axel's gonna snap out of it and report back. So Lord Dump.
I stinking knew I should have prepared protection from evil.
More disgusting.
Does anybody have any antidote or something that felt gross?
I do have another
I think I do.
I do have another antitoxin, and I also have a new spell that I learned that Yondala's blessed me with called Protection from Poison. That can sort of help once you get poisoned and protect you in the future.
It's then that you can hear a loud slam from the boat as the grate on the top of the deck opens up.
Uh-oh. I think he's awake.
I lean over and I
What's
cast Long
that?
Strider on myself and Josul.
Do you guys attempt to hide?
I look over at you
You
and I
have a
go,
moment.
I hide.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
hide.
stealth check.
Hide!
Yep.
Oh, fuck me.
Remember, you have a campsite, so you got bedrolls and stuff out.
With disadvantage. Cool.
Oh, not a disadvantage. I'm just saying you guys can hide, but you
No,
can't
it's a
hide the camp.
disadvantage because I'm wearing plate mail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
So 24 for Sekald.
Okay.
A 20 for Katie.
All right.
Wow.
The rogue got 11.
Okay.
I got a
still
19.
worse.
Nice.
I got an 8.
Nice. You succeed on your group stealth check.
Hey.
Yay!
nice.
Clang, 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 clang. Abby, keep it down.
Katie tackles Abby into the mud. Shh.
What's outstanding is that 19 was with disadvantage.
When you see flying up into the crow's nest is this mangly humanoid-like creature that seems to be a mix between a vulture and some kind of humanoid. Has black tar-like feather wings. As it sits
gross.
up on and it perches up on top of the crow's nest, facing towards the sun.
Oh, it's a tarpy.
And it has a really long talon, 3 talons for fingers, and one of the talons comes to scratch the side of its head, and it just continues mumbling to itself.
Axel, don't you have
With,
that?
hunched over, it takes up pretty much that whole crow's nest.
Don't you have that cool thing that lets you tell if something is a spooky undead?
As it's perched up on there.
You know, let's see if I can. How far away is that crow's nest from me right now?
Probably too far.
The crow's nest is 40 feet up from the deck of the ship.
Which
So
And we're not
probably
even
around-
on the deck.
So probably around 80 feet, safe to say.
Ooh, okay. That.
So this ship, it's in the trees. Does it look like it's damaged?
Completely intact. Everything interior and exterior.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna have to deal with that birdie.
How far away is it from us?
80 feet currently. At your
Okay.
angle, it has 3/4 cover.
My glowy spell that deals a decent amount of radiant damage could probably mess it up, and I think it usually lights it up enough for you to get a good shot at it, Josul.
Let me talk to it first.
You can what now?
I don't think that it needs to understand me. I think it can just respond to this.
You can do Arcana checks now that you all can see it clearly.
Okay.
Ooh, an Arcana check, you say?
Yep. That's a good sign.
Hmm. Oh. Katie got a 21.
15.
Anybody else? They don't have to, but
I got a 9.
okay.
Josul has no idea. I rolled a 1, and I have no Arcana, so
Katie, I'm not
Very
sure
low number.
where you would have heard this from, but you're pretty sure that this is a demon called a Vrock.
Katie's face goes pale.
That's literally all you know about him.
Yep. I don't think Josul should talk to it.
Why?
I don't know a lot about it, but I think it's really bad.
What kind of bad?
Like
Like undead?
it's not like it's
Axel, you see
My
that
mom
it
used to
has
tell me stories.
some kind of little black sphere in its talon, and it seems to be looking at it using the sun's rays to look through it.
Oh, okay.
It looks quite valuable.
Mom used to tell me that when I was little, like if you were really bad, monsters like that would come and take you away.
what's it called?
A rock?
Rock.
I'm sorry, it's so much funnier because there's an actual creature called the Rock. Could I
know.
do a religion check to see if I know anything about a...
Vrock.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or can I even understand what it is?
Well, how much did
The religion check would be more of like demons in general, I like to think. Since you don't know what it is from the Arcana check, the religion would be more of just what demons are and what might
Well,
work
yeah,
out
but I don't know anything about demons. I've never encountered them before.
So
Now
how
you
dan-
have.
So how dangerous is this thing?
It's a demon, so
You
very...
can roll religion if you want.
I don't think I've gotten to this part in the program yet.
16.
Demons are usually, bad news. They tend to like to corrupt things and make them evil. And if not evil, then destroy anything in their path. This thing is not acting anything like what you've been told about demons.
Maybe it's just dumb. Wait a minute. Everything in
There
this
might be
forest is
something
corrupted.
else.
If
There
you
might be
corrupt,
something else going
if you
on.
corrupt a demon, does it become good?
Or does it become more evil?
I don't know. But okay, all right. So we want to go into the ship, and it's in the way. So either we fight it, we talk to it, or we distract it and lower it away and run back to the ship while it's distracted.
As you say that, it flies back down onto the deck, and you hear it like onto the deck, and then jump back in further into the boat.
How
I can't talk to it now. I don't have line of sight.
yeah, I was gonna say how far up off the ground is the boat again?
The trees, it'd be, I would say it's a 30-foot climb up the chain. I'm just gonna have no checks required. You can just climb up the anchor chain.
Okay.
I could
All right, yeah.
Josul, I have a thing that I can make voices. I can have a voice call it out onto the deck. And it won't come from me. It's an illusion.
Demon, though, we don't know what languages it understands.
I mean,
We could
Oh,
possibly do that. to
common's
stay
a
distracted.
decent check. I mean, like, even if it doesn't understand it, it's probably going to come out to investigate.
Yes.
But the real question is, do we want to talk to it first or do we want to fight it? Maybe let's try talking first.
See if we can talk
And
to
if it,
first.
like, yeah, let's try talking to it. And if it does anything, then, you know, we go in swinging, right?
I pull out my marrow spear and
We
I
should
go,
be up
yeah.
on the deck, though.
Swing it.
We should all try and quietly go up onto the deck because I don't want you to be in a fight while it's up there, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
No, I guess if I throw my thing up there and it comes out onto the deck, you can talk to it. And then if it wants to fight us, it has to come down here onto the ground with us, right?
Right.
Part of
Ooh,
me it
I
for me
like
to
that.
be the voice of reason, but
What's that?
it's got poison feathers. I don't think it's going to want to talk to us.
Probably not. Can I look at that poison? Can I look at
It's then that you all hear this very horrid screech. And you see it fly off somewhere into the woods.
Yeah.
Okay, now is the time to investigate.
Hey, it's distracted. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
Hey, Abby.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to make friends with that.
That's valid. I don't really want to either, but I'm kind of curious. Like, what? Okay. So just for like studious purposes, I want to know what happens when you corrupt a demon. Like, does it become a worse demon or does it become a better demon?
I think this
we're
is
wasting
probably a
time. Let's
question
go.
best left to scholars.
Oh
and
yes, I'm asking this while I'm climbing.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's got the best perception here? Who has the sharpest
I
eyes?
think you. I have a
Look
plus
at me.
3.
Not me.
I believe Axel has the highest. That's why I said you noticed the
I
pearl.
think you're the only one with proficiency.
Okay. I am going to.
Besides you, me, and Katie have the highest wisdom, I think.
Okay, I'm going to take up a post on the crow's nest and keep a watch for the Vrock to come back.
I
And
don't think that's a good idea. It puts
I'm
you
going-
further away from us. It can
I'm
fly.
going to send Corey with one of you to be a relay.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Sure.
So you
Do
all
I see
climb.
a spot on deck that he could hide really well, being a stealthy person
You-
myself?
There's
I mean,
you could go under the
bird's nest.
stair. You can go under the stairs. You think you could hide pretty well under there?
I point that out to Axel. I think
Mhm.
maybe you could hide there and still see it, and still be able to tell us, and be hidden from it. I don't think that we want you to be engaged with
How
it
far
first.
up is that crow's nest?
I think you said it was 40 feet off the deck.
Yes.
You might need this. I'm gonna hand.
So you're all up on the ship right now.
I don't actually know if you can use this or not. Can he use a scroll of featherfall? Because it's a wizard spell,
I know wizard
but
spells.
he's not a traditional wizard.
My spell list is the wizard spell list.
Yeah, so he'd be able to.
Same with
Yeah.
me.
Okay, I'm gonna give that scroll of featherfall to Axel, and say,
Ooh.
"Don't get it wet. That one's not waterproof."
All right.
Okay.
So Axel goes up into the crow's nest. The rest of you are up on the deck of the ship.
Well, I kind of like Josel's idea about the stealth, being able to hide and still being able to see.
There's a hole in the middle of the deck. Looks like where you would be able to bring like a big net of fish in normally.
Oh,
But
so
it-
the hold.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
it's wide open, and you can just see down below a bunch of disgusting black tarish feathers. They're just
Ew.
covering everything down there. But you do see in the center of everything seems to be a chest, and it's just covered in those feathers.
Josul, I think this is you, buddy.
Yep. All right. I slither into the ship.
As you slither into the ship and make contact with the feathers, I need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm gonna avoid that.
I would have suggested that Sekald move up and use Gust to get rid of the feathers first.
Oh,
I mean,
you
they're
guys have been-
sticky.
You guys have been moving so fast.
yeah. I definitely allow Gust to happen before I go down there.
And I know I told you guys to avoid the feathers. They made you feel bad.
You did do that. We're not the brightest.
Ugh.
I'm very smart, but I have low wisdom. So I'd like to think that I'm really intelligent, but I don't remember things well.
So, called
It's
as
just
you,
you-
as you cast Gust of Wind, can you roll me a d100?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
100?
Yep.
Don't uh-oh. It might be a good 100.
Uh-oh.
It might be a wild magic 100.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna uh-oh.
What'd you get?
59.
Okay. As you cast Gust of Wind, you feel something weird in the air as you cast it, and the feathers. It takes a bit, but they do eventually move because they're kind of like sticking to the surface.
Ugh.
From up here, am I able to open the chest?
It's
We could lower you down.
It's completely covered in those tar feathers.
Okay. Using mage
Now
hand
that you're up
and-
here and you can clearly see it, Axel, you're pretty
Mhm.
sure that this rock was sitting on top of that chest.
Yeah, okay.
Using mage hand and my unique rogue ability, ranged ledger domain, I use my thieves' tools to pick the lock from the deck.
Nice. Extra nice.
You quickly realize it is already unlocked. There is no lock on this chest.
Can I use my mage hand to open it?
Yep.
Okay. I open it with mage hand.
You see an assortment of coins.
Nothing else?
I
Nope.
feel like
Okay.
we should rig up a harness because your mage hand is super cool and all, but it would take forever to individually put a handful of coin into a bag each
Some
time.
of them are gold, some of them are platinum, some of them are silver.
Oof. So
I am strong and I am light. Tie me up and lower me down. I'm gonna pull it out.
I'm
I will-
sorry, but does anybody else think that this is a trap?
Nope.
Katie-
That's why I'm using the mage hand. Hang on a second. I take a bag out of my backpack, and I use my mage hand to carry it down there, and I load the bag filled with coins, enough that I can carry it with the mage hand and bring it back
So
up.
you bring
Do you take
5-pound bag.
4.9
So,
pounds of gold.
you can't. This is very doable, but do you take all of it before you take the sack up?
If I'm able to do that, yeah.
Okay,
When
so-
still
You can't.
moved with the
So-
mage
The,
hand.
the hand can only carry 5 pounds.
10 pounds.
Is it?
It's 10 pounds in 5th edition.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay.
In every other
Yeah.
edition, it's 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing. Yeah. No, if I can carry 10 pounds worth at a time, I'll do it.
Also,
and just
great
get 10 pounds
great
worth
loophole
up.
for mage hand. It says they can only lift 10 pounds. You give the hand a lasso, and it just ties it around it, and it pulls it. It didn't lift it; it's pulling it.
Right.
I would argue that that's the rules as intended
Nah.
versus written.
It
It's
says
the
it
hand. It doesn't have
specifically
a strength
it
score.
specifically says lift. Nothing about handling or maneuvering things more than a certain weight. It specifically says
Or
only
a set of
lift.
guidelines as it is rules.
I was going to say is could we
Right,
perhaps
proposal.
direct the
I'm-
hand
Anyway,
tie
I'm
off
just
the
I'm
rope
just-
onto the chest and then
That's for
manhandle
the-
the
anyone who wants
If I
to.
can do it with
rules
coins
lawyer.
and mage hand, I just use coins and mage hand. I'm avoid touching the feathers altogether.
You get about half of them into the bag before your hand can't carry anymore.
All right, then I bring that up, dump it into somebody else's bag, and go back and do it again.
As you're bringing that up, Axel, you see the Vrak coming back, and it seems to have a deer that is alive and flailing and blood and guts everywhere.
Oh, swell. We got company coming, guys. Hide.
Katie hides.
I hide as best I can. Still using Mage Hand to take the money.
I guess re-rolled stealth checks.
I got a 10.
I'm not even in the dice.
Disadvantage for Axel just because he's up in the crow's nest.
Nuggets. Sorry, I threw my d20 and I don't know where it landed.
Oh, you had to give me disadvantage.
You're wearing plate mail, my dude.
I
And
already
he's in the
had
crow's
disadvantage.
nest.
Yeah. All right. 6.
Yeah.
8. Again.
10.
23.
As I see him coming, I reflexively cast protection against evil because oh my god.
Okay. Don't worry.
17.
Oh, I was supposed to say, don't worry, Josul. Everybody failed. So, the rock flies up, and it has this deer in the talons of its feet, and the deer is just flailing. You know it's going to die in a few moments, just from blood loss alone. And it just tilts its head and sees the rest of you, and it just grabs the deer and just throws it onto the main deck, and it flies right up to the perch, right up next to you, Josul. And you hear in your mind...
Well, not just all Axel.
Or Axel, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking Axel instead of Josul. And it says, "Why, hello there," in your mind. Excuse me. You notice that half its face seems to have weird tumorous growths that are covering one eye, and you see like mushroom caps growing out of it.
Oh.
It's corrupted.
Oh. Hello. Hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing purple. How about you?
I'm doing pink all day today.
Oh, pink. I was that away a few parsecs ago.
Banana.
Pickles.
Okay, good talking.
Are you saying this out loud, or are you just
No,
saying
it's
it in your head?
it's telepathy. So
I know, but like Axel's part.
While he's having that conversation, Josul's still stealthily moving the gold into a bag and bringing it over to himself.
I have to say, you are quite crazy.
You're not crazy. I'm crazy.
Exactly.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
No.
Hurts.
Scoop, 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 scoop.
I smell blood.
Can I water?
I'm
lost?
like leaning around. I'm like, it's not Axel's. That's all that matters.
Scoop, 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 scoop.
It just looks over and just sees Josul doing that.
Josul got a 17 on his hide.
I mean, if there's nothing to hide behind,
It was group,
but
and they failed.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Pretty
While
much,
he's looking away, can I go ahead and just sucker slam the back of his head with my maul, please?
okay, yeah.
Cool.
As we roll initiative,
Oh, as soon as I roll initiative?
yeah, you'll get the first. You will automatically go first.
All right.
so
Well,
you get a
my-
surprise attack first, and then
Okay. So my initiative is 13.
Okay, let me get everything set up. 13 for Axel. What did everybody else get? Oh, wait, no, one at a time. Just Soul, what'd you get?
22.
Oh, that's all. Okay. Sekald, what'd you get?
15.
Sweet. Abby, what'd you get?
give me 2 seconds.
Good, and I can roll mine. Whee!
I got a 12. Not the
Nice.
worst.
Nice. And Katie, what'd you get?
I got a dirty 20.
All right.
Still
So,
last.
Sekald, Josul, Axel. Okay. So, Axel, roll your attack at advantage because he did not expect this.
Okay. And with advantage, that's a nat 20. So thanks for that. And I'm going to dump a smite on him.
All right. I mean, he was just
First.
he was just gonna ask, like, what do you think the purpose is of the multiverse? But
I think it's to kill or be killed.
D100, what's your D100?
Oh yeah, fuck. Let me find out. What is my D100? It is 95.
95.
Holy
Nice.
fuck!
Using this for crit fails and crit successes. Available on the DM's Guild. Woo. Alright.
It's
So,
cool shit.
95. Your weapon is magical.
Yes.
You guys keep getting this one. I need a strength saving throw for you, Axel.
Oh
Sure.
no.
No, that's cool though. I'm good at those. Hang on, let me see just how good though.
Yeah, but you're 45 feet up. You do have a scroll of featherfall though.
I do, but I also have a save of 21. So
Holy
Okay, both
bits.
you and the Varrock pass. You crit
Cool.
so hard it was the shockwave that could have knocked you prone.
baller. So for crits on smite, do I double the smite damage as well?
You double all dice.
Yep.
Yay!
All dice
Okay.
rolled.
Cool beans. All right.
Just not the pluses.
All right. And that's gonna be cool. All right. Need standby, shorting out. All right. It's 2d8 for them all, right?
No.
No, 2d6.
2d6.
2d6. That's right. Okay. Sorry.
I
D8
was
are for
gonna say
smiting.
it's the bludgeoning version
It's-
of a great.
no, it's-
Great sword.
Yeah, no, it's 2d8 for the smite. That's what I was thinking of. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, okay. It's going to be 9 plus 8 is 17.
17 damage?
No, that's the dice alone. So I've got to do plus 4. So 21 magic bludgeoning from the maul itself. And then 9 and 12. 21 radiant damage.
Nice.
Okay. And on that note, it is Josul's turn as the second round starts and no one's surprised anymore.
Okay. One of my friends is engaged with it, so I do get sneak attack, right?
About 40 feet up, yep.
Yeah.
In the crow's nest.
Let me just check the range of a spear.
Oh shoot, hang on. Scotty, before we do anything else, I need to re-roll a damage die per my great weapon fighting trait. Because I rolled a 1 on damage. So that 1 becomes whoa. Add 6 more points of radiant, please.
No, what?
I before Josul took his turn, I needed to engage a rule that I forgot to use. Great weapon fighting style. When I roll a 1 or 2 on damage die, which I did, I can re-roll that damage and have to take the second roll.
So you
So
you re-rolled a 6 and you got added an extra
No,
6 damage on top of that?
I re-rolled a 1 and it turned it into a 7, so add 6 damage to the
A
total.
7 on a d6?
D8 on a smite.
No, that's
Does
for the
that
weapon,
di-
not the
Yeah,
smiting
that dice
damage.
only works. Yeah, that only works for weapon damage.
It says an attack you make with a melee weapon, but alright, fine, whatever.
Second range increments at disadvantage.
I will allow it. I already added that damage anyway.
Okay.
It's whatever.
I won't try to do
I'm
that.
not going to nitpick on it. Josul, what are you doing?
The second, like when it says 20-60.
That means you have disadvantage to
on
that
the
action.
60.
Yeah.
I'm gonna risk it. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a straight roll, and you don't get sneak attack because you have disadvantage.
Also, you don't have an ally within 5 feet of you.
No, it's 5 feet of the enemy.
Oh.
Otherwise, ranged rogues would never be able to do anything.
Hello.
True.
Right, so I'm going to pull out a very Sahuagin-looking spear that I was going to sell, but realized I can't. So I'm just going to chuck it. And if it breaks or gets lost, it's no loss to me because I can't sell it.
Fair enough.
Disadvantage, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and tell me what a what a 51 does on that crit fail chart.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Wow, you were on the ball on that. You already rolled your crit fail.
Yes, I did. I
Wow.
was rolling the other half of the disadvantage, and I was like, I'm just gonna get those percentage dice ready because there's that one.
Round 1,
Oh.
crit success. Round 2, crit fail.
You trip and fall prone.
Okay, that seems about logical. I don't have legs.
Okay. So, after Josul, I believe it's Katie.
So this thing is like 40 feet up
From the deck, yes.
from the deck.
45.
Katie looks up at it and is like, "Bring it down here." Axel, I can't hit it up there.
Don't you have a bow or something?
No, I don't have a bow.
You have darts.
Magic?
Or you can hold your turn to attack it as soon as it comes down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and punch you when you get down here, bird.
Oh, as your maul struck it, you moved quite a bit of that. It was like a flap of flesh on its face that was covering it, and it like gets knocked backwards. And you see in its eyeball, on that eye specifically, it does not have an eye, but instead a black pearl, the one you saw it holding earlier.
That's really gross. Is it my turn now after Katie?
Does Katie do anything?
Katie's waiting and is like, "Come down here so I can punch you."
Okay, I guess it's Sekold's turn.
Sekold's turn, and then Axel at 13.
Cool.
Sekold.
Will point my spear and cast Sphere of Water Pressure on him.
You would catch Axel in that.
Not if I'm molded around him.
That's true. Okay.
Evocation.
Oh, you're also in over here. That's right.
Yup.
It's a strength save, or is it con save? I keep forgetting.
Con save, yes.
Con. What's your spell save?
Spell save is 15.
All right. Then a 17 would pass.
Yes.
So it takes half damage and it's not restrained.
Correct, but half of 66 is still half of 66.
Mm-hmm.
$24, so 12.
Nice. Okay. Then it's Josul's. No, sorry, Jesus, Axel. Sorry. Why am I mixing you two up tonight? I don't know.
No, our names don't even sound the same.
I know. It's weird.
So, I looked it back up, and that's actually not supposed to work that way. You guys were right. But on the other hand, I also forgot to add the extra D8 for the bonus for fiend damage, because fiends hate this shit when you do Divine Smite. So it levels out.
Okay.
Moving on.
We'll just note it for later.
Yeah. Moving on. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna smite him again.
All
Or
right.
attempt to.
Roll to hit.
Here comes the hammer. Okay, the first swing is probably not going to hit. Let's see what this one. It's +7. Does a 11 is not going to get it, so I'm going to use my action surge and try and swing again.
Okay.
Much better. Okay, 26 to hit this time.
That hits.
Cool. I got to get that keen ability. And smiting.
It's not a thing.
What is it that extends your threat range?
It doesn't.
It's not a thing
It's
in
not.
Another
my
thing.
There's
It's
a specific class.
A champion
ability, I think,
fighter.
that yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
3.5 like special abilities on magic weapons aren't a thing at all.
gotcha. All right, so that's going to be 9 magic bludgeoning
Okay.
and 6, 10, and 16 radiant damage.
All right. This thing's really effed up.
Cool. Let's see, do
Uh,
I have any bonus action stuff I can do? No.
your bonus action was the smite, I believe. No,
No,
it's not.
smite is a
If
non-action.
you could cast a bonus action smite spell on top of your normal smite. Now that I think about it.
I don't know a bonus action smite spell.
Okay.
You don't have
I don't
it
have any-
prepared.
I don't.
Yeah.
You might not be high enough level in Paladin yet.
Mm-mm.
It is Abby's turn.
Well, if you're high enough to have smite, you're high enough to have spell slots.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, my turn.
I still don't
I'm
have it
gonna. Yeah, fuck it. Guiding bolt. It's 120-foot range.
Guide away.
I need to make a spell attack roll. I don't trust the red dice. I don't trust that dice either. I'm gonna trust my rainbow dice.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have
Oh.
trusted you, rainbow dice. That's a 12.
You guys see the bolt just shoot like a flare through the sky.
Dang it!
That bolt needed guidance.
From
Pretty.
beside you hear Sekald go, "Ooh, Ah, pretty colors. No, I'm fucking with you. Not in character. Wouldn't have done that in character. That's not Sekald. That's me. What? Sorry.
On
That's
the,
fine.
on
Abby
the,
was disappointed. She's like, it's this creepy monster that my faith hates. I'm gonna kill it. And nope, nowhere near it. I'm fine.
it takes flight, and it screeches at you, Axel, as you need a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, great. Well, do I get my opportunity attack as it takes off?
Sure.
How do you want to resolve that? Which one goes first?
They both go off simultaneously.
Okay, cool. So, what kind of a save did you say I needed?
Constitution saving throw.
On. Cool, I'm good at those. Ooh, I'm really good at those. 22.
Okay.
Yay. All right, and have a slap. Oh, okay. Oh, does a... That's not great. Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Oh, okay. Swing and a miss.
And it is now 20 feet in the air above you.
Groovy.
So
Dang
it's
it.
now 60 feet off the deck.
I'm like, down
Poor Katie.
here.
Oh.
Wait.
And then
No,
it starts flying off into the woods.
Ah, fuck.
So now it's 75-ish feet away from anyone on deck.
Well, that didn't work.
Not really, no.
Hit it.
I mean,
After its turn is Josul, who ran off. So we'll go to him after Katie.
So it's flying away.
Yeah, 75 feet away from the main deck.
Should
So
we get the rest of that gold and get out of here?
It went up
that's
and
what I
moved.
was thinking. Yep. Just so the thing flew away. It's like 60 feet away from the deck right now. Did you want to shoot at it or just continue shoveling money into the bag?
Well, I actually can do both.
Multitasking.
Yes. Because, well, killing that thing is, I guess, necessary. The money is more important to Sekald.
Hey,
I gotta
you
have
mean
somebody.
just soul?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Fuck.
I mean, yikes on bikes.
Yeah.
Dang it! Where is that spell?
Heavy is not going to waste another spell slot, but if nobody else is doing anything, she's going to chuck a
Josul's looking for something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, wait your turn. Jeez.
You said it's how
Dang.
far away?
75 feet away from main deck.
Ah, flapping doodles. Nope, I can't hit it with anything.
I mean, that's what it's doing.
Everything's separate.
The doodle's flapping.
All of my
No.
spells, all of my abilities, everything, all of my weapons are completely out of range.
Okay.
You know,
After
what's
I feel it.
what's the range on water jet?
120.
So,
60,
Well,
I think, actually.
it could technically hit.
I would
but
double
it
check
wasn't.
it. It's been a while.
Well, the range on chromatic orb is 90 feet. So how about as a last ditch effort, I'm going to take a chromatic orb. Of...
Ah, I could have chromatic orb.
Katie,
Water jet is 120.
Katie, do you do anything?
Katie's just like, I'm glad it's gone. Let's get the treasure. And I'm just watching for it to come back.
Sekald, do you do anything?
Yes, another sphere of water pressure.
Okay.
150 feet to hit him.
It fails.
Haha.
Ah, restrained.
Let's see.
That means it falls out of the sky.
No, it's restrained.
No,
in
it's restrained
place.
in the middle of the sphere of
Yes.
water.
Oh,
Because it's being crushed.
Mhm.
But if I'm not mistaken, actually, no, it doesn't say. Would I be able to pull that sphere back?
No, you can't.
Okay.
Definitely can't.
Oh, no, I see. It is just the. Okay. So 66 coming up.
But it does force it into the middle of the sphere.
Yes. $26 damage this time.
You all hear a crunch noise as it just gets crunched into a sphere itself. The bone seems to pop out of one of the arms as the arm gets bent into quite an unnatural angle, and you hear another pop, and then when the sphere of water pressure dissipates, just a pile of demonic flesh mass just goes into the forest somewhere, and you just hear It's a bunch of
It's
birds
called. I
take
think you
off.
broke it.
We should go find that afterward just to make sure that there's nothing
Why?
left. I kind of want to burn it. Like, we thought that this stuff must be poisonous. I don't want it to contaminate the rest of the forest.
The forest is already corrupted.
Can I see it from
Well, that might
the?
make it worse.
You definitely cannot see it.
But we might be able to guess where it landed. I mean, it was only, like, what, 90 feet away?
It was a large-sized creature, so it's like a horse, a compressed horse that fell from the sky.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna leave some signs.
Yep.
And we know what direction it was when it landed.
So you get the rest. You get the rest of the coins and stuff. I assume you guys do that. As you're getting that, all the feathers turn into like just black tar. They seem to settle in the boat, and they seem to go over towards the port side because the boat is kind of tilted a little bit. But it leaves.
I would hurry up.
It like falls off of the chest,
Oh, hey.
and it's moved over. So you can go down there and you can just.
I guess let's just carry the chest out then at that
I
point.
finished using Mage Hand to scoop it into the thing. It was already half gone anyway, so I used the rest of the Mage Hand.
Out of the mixed coin, you find a total of 571 gold worth of coins.
I'll
Wow.
write it down.
I'm going to very carefully sift through the remains of that rock and try and look for the pearl that it had in its head.
All right.
I have 71 gold coins.
Do any of you do anything else before Axel does that?
I wanted to check the rest of the ship before we leave.
Surprisingly
'Cause,
enough,
like,
there is no one on this ship. There's no signs of anyone on the ship. There's no cargo on the ship besides the chest.
Does it have sails?
The sails are up and they're
And they're
out.
intact.
Yeah,
Does it have a name printed on the side?
Yeah.
it does, but you cannot recognize the strange symbols.
I don't
It's a
suppose
weird
anybody
ship.
knows
I'm gonna
comprehend
like
language.
try and copy them. Hey, don't you know comprehend languages, Sekald?
Who's it
Sure.
called?
Apparently not.
Oh, can't hear you.
We can hear you now.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
How
I
could you
asked if Sekald has comprehend languages.
How could you not hear me a second ago?
I have
just-
no idea.
I don't know. We couldn't hear you at
it's
all.
weird.
No, I gave that up. I didn't. Double checking. Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Well,
Oh,
we
you
can make
took
it.
something
Wait,
else
if you used to know it, you always know it.
Yeah,
You
but he
don't.
didn't
No,
you
he
don't
didn't.
replace the spell.
He doesn't have it prepared today. Wizard's got to
Yeah,
prepare.
it's a ritual. He's a wizard.
Oh, you can cast it without having to cast it. Okay.
Take 10 minutes, yeah.
If you want. Otherwise, I'm just gonna copy it down as best I can in my book.
Yeah, definitely. I
Staring
under the
at
impression-
these symbols seems to mess with your sense of balance.
Ooh.
It's kind of jarring.
would use the spear that I like so well as to hide that fact, so nobody sees me wobbling or anything.
Ooh. Also, I would like to amend my previous action. I'm going to use repeated firebolts to cremate the corpse and its splatterings. To
Okay, so we go to Axel. I was just seeing what everyone else is doing before you want to do that.
Right. Okay.
You find
I'm going with Axel.
You find the spot in the woods where the tree branches have been broken and stuff where it fell. And you see on the ground a puddle of this disgusting black ichor. And in the very center of it is that pearl.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start basically blazing a trail on the ground with firebolts, burning it out, making sure that it's not still goopy and gross.
It was tar. It might catch fire.
Yay.
Well, if it does that, then I will stand well back and let it do what it do.
And we sort of forest fire.
I'll start using
There's
water
a
jet.
bear. Only you could stop demonic forest fires.
I'll start
Okay,
using
so, like,
water jet
we
if
need
it
to
looks
do-
like it'll get out of control.
We need to burn the body so it doesn't destroy the forest. Axel sets it on fire, destroys the entire forest anyway. But the demon didn't destroy it.
I mean, you're
Cat,
not
what?
wrong.
Cat, why do you got to call out Demona like that? Throw her under the bus, why don't you?
I can't not think of rocks sounding like Skeksis now.
That's the high pitched noise Josul heard. It going.
Is it screaming?
It doing that thing.
That's terrifying. Did
More
anybody
terrifying.
actually get hurt by that thing?
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay.
It died so fast it didn't have a chance to hurt us.
Hey, Kat,
Here I thought it was going to be a really high CR.
Sorry.
I'm
What's more
sorry, I saw
terrifying?
mushrooms. I got carried away.
What's more terrifying, the rock sounding like that, or these two idiots sounding like that?
The rock,
Yes.
I mean, definitely the rock.
the rock, because it causes neurological damage, both to me and my character.
The rock, because its sound makes you make a con save.
Yeah.
No, that was a straight like pterodactyl screech. That was
No, Jesus. That's so much
That's
worse.
fair. That's fair.
that's that like kind of thing, but like really high
Okay,
pitch.
yeah. Don't do that.
Ooh.
Welcome to the abyss.
That almost made me
pretty
sick to my
I
stomach.
I don't think I have the components for it. Oh, I can't do it anyway because I don't have it prepared.
You cast firebolt onto this black ichor stuff, and
Yes.
as you do, the fire turns into a ray of different rainbowed colors,
Oh
and
no!
it stays. It doesn't go out.
Woo! Ah!
You cannot see the pearl anymore, as all you can see are flames in this 10-foot diameter puddle of whatever this is.
Does it?
Oh.
Do the flames feel hot?
Yes.
So,
Uh-oh.
can I use...
Do you want to do your water thing?
They also
Axel?
feel cold. And they also
Uh-oh.
feel kind of tingly.
Uh-oh.
What did you do?
I don't
Use
know.
the water jet. Try and put the weird fire out.
Okay.
Can I use shape water to try and guess my way to picking up the pearl out of the fires?
Does shape water specify liquids?
It just says you can create a small amount of water and manipulate it. Give me a second, I'll get this specific.
Shape water. I don't think shape water lets you make it.
Yeah, you got to
It
shape.
has to be there
Yeah.
first.
We're in a marsh, aren't we?
No, you're in the woods.
It's
Very
it's
damp and-
like a muddy.
Yeah.
It's like a muddy forest.
mossy,
It's not really-
mossy,
yeah.
fungally woods.
Okay. Let me ask
You
you this.
could pour
Can I
water
pull
out of
out
your
one of my
water skin.
water skin? God damn it, Blake!
Yeah, you pull a katara and you pull you throw your water out there.
Yes. And try and...
The water
Pick it.
starts to mix with the fire, and the fiery water is still billowing out.
Oh.
But I can still manipulate it, can I not?
Kind of.
So I'm
Give me
still
an
gonna
arcana
try
So,
check.
Saul, can your mage hand get burned up?
Sekald, give me an arcana check.
Working on it. 20... What is it? 26.
Okay, it is difficult to work around because you're somehow trying to control the water while the water is somehow also fire simultaneously. But you do eventually get this fire water and the pearl out of that spot, and then what do you do with it as it's just floating there?
I
Is
will
it
let...
still on fire?
Yes,
I will let Josul's
it's
mage
liquid
hand.
fire.
My mage hand takes the moves over there and just carefully pickpockets the.
Does Mage
pearl
Hand
right out of
dissipate
the
if it takes
fire.
any damage?
I don't think so.
I don't think you can attack it, can you? Can you target it at all?
It's a spectral hand.
I don't think it can.
Spectral
Take damage.
hand floats up here.
It can't do damage, but I don't think
The
it
hand
can-
can't attack, activate magic items, or carry anything more than 10 pounds. It doesn't say it can't take damage.
It doesn't say it dispels if it takes any damage or anything.
Correct.
No.
Okay, you grab the pearl safely out of the liquid fire.
Ooh.
Teamwork.
All right, you can put the fire down.
I'm
Oh,
gonna get a big
Still-
big heavy
still-
sack for that.
Josul's already ahead of you.
You
Still
you
using
get the
mage
black
hand.
pearl. It is a normally fine, non-magical black pearl worth 500 gold.
Hmm.
A mighty
Okay.
fine spell component.
Ooh,
Glad we
Alright.
picked that up.
black pearl. Okay, it goes into the party.
Make
Party
sure that
loot
you
sack.
write down how much that black pearl is worth.
Yep, 500 GP.
Somehow it does not have the liquid fire on it because of your mage hand. Just it's perfectly clean.
Nice.
I'm
What do you
just as good
do?
of a
What do you do with
Teamwork.
what do you do with the shaped liquid fire?
Can I put some of it in a small beaker?
Yeah, sure.
I take
I
that
have
one.
a couple of jars of that too.
That sounds very dangerous.
Write down a vial of liquid fire.
Oh boy.
That doesn't sound safe to carry
Actually,
around.
you know what? Write down
You better hope.
Write down flask of alchemist fire because that's how it's gonna function.
Oh, okay,
Katie-
cool.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
you better hope that glass jar don't get broken.
Katie sits about 40 feet away from this, staying out of the way of all of this. this is just weird.
And Sekald, you're pretty sure that this was demonic ichor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is what's left of its body, or what's left of a demon's body, if it dies outside the abyss.
Don't drink that stuff.
It reforms back in the abyss. It remembers
If I
everything.
can, I wonder if I can.
Oh,
use
great.
this
That means it's
in
going to have a
my
grudge.
alchemy.
So
Yes.
can we make
For all
a
eternity.
can we make a check to determine how long this fire is gonna go?
With your Arcana check, probably indefinitely, unless magically put out.
Oh, I don't have that spell.
I'll try using water jet.
A dispel magic would work.
Oh, well, I don't have that one.
Just a quick question.
Mhm.
That spear that I threw at it on deck, am I assuming that spear went to live with Jesus?
I mean, if you want to do an investigation check in the woods, you can try to
Nope.
find it.
Nah, if it disappeared into the woods, it just gets marked off the sheet.
Basically,
I'm not
did
going
it
to go
land
retrieve.
on the ship?
Yeah.
If not,
if it landed on the
fuck
deck,
it, it's
cool.
gone.
You're,
If it's in the
you're aiming
forest,
upwards, it arced. You know.
It's gone. Not really concerned with it. There's a bee behind your head.
If it was a spear that you really cherished, it might have landed on deck. But you were clearly like, I don't care.
No, it's the Sahuagin spears that I retrieved, and then everyone said, "Oh, Sahuagin made that. I don't want it." And I'm like, "Well, I can't sell this, but it might be nice to throw if I don't, and I don't care if it gets lost."
So
Well-
just eyes you.
we still have a couple things that we haven't
As you
got yet.
as you put out it takes a way too long, Axel, but you eventually with water jet put it out.
Oof.
And
I'm
even
feeling
then,
that again.
and even then, that ichor is still there. It's just very watered down.
Ugh.
Ooh.
And as you turn around to head back to your camp to get your stuff or whatever you're gonna do, get ready to travel for the day to find more
Yeah.
materials. That ship, the anchor, is gone, and so is that grove of trees it was on.
Ooh, that's not okay.
Where did the
Out of
ship
character.
go?
Spoopy.
It's not an empty patch. It just looks like the woods like it normally was.
Hey, guys.
Great.
I'm gonna go around and look at the trees. Does it look like? Because I assume
Nothing's-
when it landed, the
nothing's-
trees were like.
Nothing special with the
Broken.
trees. No signs that it was ever there or that the trees it was resting on were ever there.
I told you guys it was a ghost ship.
Oof, I'm glad we did not sleep in it.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh,
a
where would we have
demon
gone though?
I was going to see how it functioned and try to use the helm, but I'm kind of glad
Is
I didn't.
nobody
Sekald.
else in this group?
Sekald,
worried
it would be
about
very safe to
self-preservation?
assume that the words on the side of the ship were in abyssal.
So you guys all hear that from Sekald?
It's a hellboat.
Was.
Worse, it's the abyss boat.
I love it. I love it.
It's an abyssal boat.
Does that make it a
It's
submarine?
a hellboat.
Okay, so we still have to find a blighted twig and a vial of water that calls to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I don't know if whoever sent you here told you, I'm finding a bunch of things for Zindros for like magical spell components and stuff, and those are the things that she said. So,
Oh, I know. She's the one who sent me here.
oh, cool. Okay.
She's the one that got you to poop out of a tree?
Yes. She said someone here was a friend of hers that she didn't mind helping me because it was helping her.
Sekald, you can't help but think she's talking about you.
Everyone looks at Sekald.
Cole tries and probably fails to suppress a smile.
He does the piccolo, arms crossed, looks away from everybody. Huh.
Yep.
So, you continue exploring these woods for the next few days.
Oof.
Hmm.
Yeah, after the next hour, just all gets slow as shit again. Sorry, I can't maintain it for super long.
Can only squiggle so fast.
And as you're exploring, you've definitely noticed the past few days that the air is kind of heavy here. A little hard to breathe, or the air seems kind of thin in a way. It's kind of hard to breathe in these woods.
How are we
Ironically
doing
enough,
on food?
I'm gonna say
That's fine.
since you got somebody with survival proficiencies and like half of the backgrounds in 5th edition just give you food for free, I'm gonna say you guys are able to hunt and get food fine.
If I
Wow.
have to, I can prepare food and drink. I'm going to change my spells some and prepare protection from evil. Should I get what's that word? Locate object?
I mean, how does it work?
It's only 1,000 feet, so it's not super long range.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you'd have to already know what that specific item is.
That's also true, yeah.
Like you've had
That's
to have
not
seen
that
it.
helpful.
Yeah. While you're traveling, I will still have everybody give me a survival check.
Yay.
Never get to roll survival. Ooh, I actually have a plus to that.
It's
Oh
a 15.
shit, same.
17.
Fuck this dice.
Good.
11.
23, thank you.
I think you just need to smudge your whole table.
Yeah. Yeah.
9?
Just fuck all of them.
Okay. While you guys are traveling, Josul and Abby, there's specific spots that you just step in the ground, and the mushrooms just explode into spores, but they clearly don't affect you. As I may or may not have rolled attack rolls, and they did a piss poor job.
Abby makes sure that she always has protection from poison
I would
prepared.
like to point out that I don't step anywhere because I don't have legs.
Well, you slither into a specific
Slither
spot,
into it.
and these purple fungus explodes.
Got it.
Wink. And it's +2 to attack. And your guys' AC was like, meh, 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 meh. No way.
Okay.
Um,
I avoid purple things.
Like, do you roll an 18? No, you don't hit.
yeah.
Plate mail.
And then that was like the next day when you guys were just traveling through the woods searching for stuff. The day after that, Katie, you step on the ground and it shrieks at you. It is a single shriek, and it spooks everybody in the party. Probably.
I killed the forest! Everybody, I killed the forest!
You look down and there's a very deflated fungus on the ground where you stepped.
Sorry.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
That's a strange mushroom. It yelled. I'm gonna poke it.
Katie's
Does it
poking it
yell
from the
again?
other side.
It might. Give me a second.
I'm just imagining the poor wildlife in this forest watching us dumbasses on either side of a shrieker just poking it intermittently.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You guys are moving, and there's a shriek, and it stays shrieking. It's still
Oh,
shrieking.
Jesus.
Oh no!
I put a jar over it.
So I'm not
We
gonna.
should go.
I'm not gonna actually shriek, but it's kind of just like.
I'm
And
gonna
it
try
just
and
like
scoop it
holds
up and
that.
put it into a jar. Does that muffle it at all?
I'm
You
gonna.
can still clearly hear it outside of it.
I take the jar away from Abby, and I put the jar in my bag of holding.
And the jar is going like. And the jar is going like this.
I'm gonna tie it up real tight in like a in like a
Even
towel
in
or
the
napkin or
backpack,
something.
you could hear it through the
Oh my
backpack.
god! In the bag of holding.
Bag
you
of
can
holding
still
though
hear
is a
it.
different dimension.
How big is the dimension?
Oh god.
How big is the shrieker?
34 cubic feet, right?
Never,
Or 64
something
cubic
like
feet.
that. Something like that.
64 cubic feet.
Yeah, you can hear outside of it.
I take it back out and hand it back to Abby. Nope.
Oh, sorry.
it.
Sorry.
Oh,
And then you take it out.
oh, I kind of like it, but I really don't want to be walking through a forest with something that's even louder than I am.
You know, though, if we hear something coming, we just toss it and run the other way.
Hang on.
Actually, no, I like that. That's a good distraction tactic. I want to try and bundle it up in as many towels and clothes as I can to try and muffle it and put it in the bottom of my backpack.
What does that thing eat?
Okay.
It's
So-
a mushroom. I don't think it eats anything. It eats like
It feeds off
Bacteria in
decaying
the
matter
ground.
on the ground.
Okay, I think we've spent a little too long on a mushroom here. So, Sekald is going to take the jar.
No, it's in my backpack. I love it.
It does not stop.
What are you gonna do?
You're
with
pretty
it,
sure
Sekald?
none of you
Getting-
can sleep with it.
Are we?
Oh.
Yeah,
Around.
yeah. So Sekald will take it out of your pack, put it at the end of his spear, and create tidal wave at maximum range up at a 45-degree angle, and fire this jar.
Roll damage.
You just fucking shot put a freaker across a forest.
Wait, does it needs a save, right? A strength save?
A dexterity save.
Okay, what's your saving throw?
The Doppler effect as we still hear the scream.
What's the cold spell save?
15.
Does it have disadvantage because it's in a jar?
No, but it's somehow passed.
Oh god!
Fuck.
It's resilient. Let's just go. Let's just go. Get away from it.
How much
Let's go.
damage do you do? Roll damage.
I didn't even check the damage on that. Give me a second. It
Tidal wave
has-
is like
okay,
a
so
lot.
I know.
4d8 on a tidal wave.
I just want to make sure. I just want to see if this gets to that comical that you roll all ones.
It somehow survives.
No,
It just deserves to live at that point.
It does. I mean, like
17 damage.
Okay. It does not move from the ground you hit it with the tidal wave, but it stops shrieking, and you see it limp on the ground.
Aww. That's sad.
Did the jar break?
Yes.
Is anybody going to eat that?
No.
Don't
No. No.
can I do a
no,
medicine check to
no.
determine whether it would poison us if we ate it?
You can do a nature check.
As someone
Yeah,
who has
good
been
enough.
around a master chef for a great deal of time, you have to be very careful which mushrooms you consume.
9.
Only a few of them are edible, and the rest will kill you.
Is
Yeah,
no one
it's
else
probably-
concerned?
You think if you mix some nutmeg on there, it might be good.
Is no one else concerned that it's going to start
I
shrieking
think
from
that-
his stomach now?
No, the 8 and the
Whoa.
9s,
Dead.
the 8 and the
Oh.
9 nature checks. You think
Oh.
if you sprinkle some nutmeg on it, it might be good.
Oh. Eat it
Okay.
with nutmeg.
Because
Don't.
that's what your nature
For what
check
it's
is.
worth, though, Josul does have a point. It's better with mushrooms to make sure you definitely know it's safe before you eat it. 'cause
I'm not a master chef.
I
My wife
I
is.
only
She's not here.
have a couple of Actually, no, I do have enough protection from poison to save us all from it. But that's presuming it doesn't just like instantly kill us, you know.
I'm
I
not
mean-
eating that.
I'm gonna
I'm just
pop it in my
saying.
mouth.
I love how I am the halfling in the party. I am as close to a kender as it gets, and I am surrounded by children.
Hey,
It,
He just puts random shit in his mouth all the time.
Axel, it tastes how you expect. It's not great.
Oh,
It's not like disgusting, but it's just bland.
Eh,
tastes like a yelly mushroom, a
It's-
yelly swamp
It's
mushroom.
it's bland.
I
Does
think
it
the knowledge
scream
was
while
that
he's eating it.
No. I was
you
really
imagine-
tempted
Every
to
single
give you the
bite.
corrupt. I was really tempted to give you the retroverse corruption, where you can only scream.
As
You
he's eating
burp,
it, he's just like.
but every burp is like as loud as possible.
Your burp's just dragon breath with thunder damage.
like a freight train. Oh wow,
It's like
that would be-
15-foot cone of thunder.
serves me
It's
right.
just like. It just burps. It's like. "Ah." It just comes out of his mouth when he's.
Ooh,
A few
How are
hours.
we expecting to survive in this campaign?
few-
I
Good God.
don't know.
A few hours later,
Technically-
you literally run into another one as you just hear more shrieking.
Jesus
No, no, no.
I
just
eat
keep
him.
going.
Okay,
I eat
so,
him.
Cat.
What's your
Cat,
bonus to hit?
I'm gonna just use them all to flatten him into a paste.
No, what I mean? No, I'm just
Plus, my bonus to hit is 7.
okay. So its AC is 5. So
Great.
you eat it. You don't know you need a weapon for this. And
Okay.
after too long, like this is a very tough mushroom. It stops shrieking in your mouth.
Oh,
That's what Abby's doing.
That
She's
would be
laughing her head off with her hands over her
But
ears.
You
I'm
feel
just like
you
so
feel weird.
loud.
You feel I was about to say you feel weird because your head was like vibrating the whole
It's
time.
fucking rattling your teeth in your head, man.
that's look. So you actually hear by your body picking up the vibrations of the bones in your head, and you
Oh,
have
God.
something that's causing your whole head to go while it's in your mouth. So,
All right.
tinnitus. Hello.
So, Cat, to answer that question, technically, half of us didn't survive the very first episode.
Technically.
Yeah.
Just
We
saying.
survived. We did not go unconscious.
This
None
is
of
what
us
it-
have died yet, which thank God, because I don't have Revivify yet.
I sent
That-
a link in the Zoom chat what it sounded like when he was
God.
chewing.
That night, Axel, give me Constitution saving throw.
Oh no! Your
Cool.
snores are just streaks.
What'd you get?
That in the Zoom chat, I sent a link for what it sounded like when he was chewing and rolling now.
Oh,
Constitution save.
Yep.
It's a dirty 20.
okay. So the next day rolls by, and you don't find any more of these shrieking mushrooms.
Thank God.
Yeah.
But what do you think your guys' marching order is as you're looking around for stuff? Like
Katie's
what's
probably
your
up front.
layout? Maybe you're not like all in a line per se, but like what's your
Because Josul's really slow, he kind of hangs off to the side a little.
Katie's
sorry.
fast, so she's probably up front.
I'll take the middle, and Abby can ride on my back in the halfling pack.
Fold in the back.
So, you guys are just traveling one day, and there's random spots where water just collects and just sits in the woods because it's like half flooded woods in a way. If it wasn't for the trees, this would definitely be a marsh.
Do you know what I miss? Boats.
Yeah, I don't think it would really like parts of it are marshy, but it's not enough.
Josul,
Do all of us hear that?
you hear that as you guys are walking by. Do you stop?
Yeah.
As Josul
Abby's
stops,
like tapping on.
you hear Josul.
Axel said, "Did you hear that?"
Josul, and it's coming. You're on the left side of the group, and you hear it coming from the left.
I look that direction.
You have friends that live out here?
No.
Hello.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna
guard.
climb down.
All right,
I'm
as
looking
you,
from Josul to where the voice is coming from.
all right.
to
If you
Josul.
all move up to where Josul is, Katie, Abigail.
Want to go home now?
Sekald.
No, I did not
Oh.
move anywhere near.
Oh
that.
no, guys!
Never mind.
I mean,
Axel.
I'm getting really excited, and I'm going to start running into the woods
In what
Axel?
direction? Away from it or
You were head
towards the
towards-
sound?
towards the sound.
The only what's near you guys is a 100-foot diameter collection of water.
Yeah, it's it. Abby, we found it.
What?
It's the water. It's the
Oh
water
my
that
God,
calls
it's
to
the
you.
water that calls to you.
Abigail.
Are you kidding me?
Like you all are just hearing this in your heads.
I look at Sekald and I like back up to Sekald. I'm like, I'm not okay with that.
Josul has a very angry look on his face.
I
Kinda
love
throws his
I
mirror
love how
spear
like
out.
the reactions here are totally different. Where like early on I was like, no, everything is trapped. I'm like, yes, it's the water that calls to us. Run towards it. And Katie's like, I'm not okay with this nonsense.
I'm not okay with foreign
Katie.
water knowing my name.
Katie.
Wow.
Josul pulls out his marrow spear.
Abigail.
Go back where you came from.
Creep up toward the water.
And it's just like you just like hear from the water. It's saying your name, but it's always at different kinds of moods and fluctuations, at seemingly random.
I'm just gonna collect some of the
Yippee.
water. And does that bit of water sound like it's still calling?
It's kind of hard to tell when you're right next to the collection of water.
I'm gonna back up.
Yeah.
All the way back to where Sekald and Katie are.
In what do you put it in?
I have like a little jar. I was imagining like mason jars, because she didn't know how big
It
this
has
stuff
little
was gonna be.
it has little shrieker specks in it. Shrieker mushroom specks.
No, she would have cleaned it out.
Okay. You can hear it.
Free
You
water.
can hear it faintly through the jar before you close the jar.
Oof. Okay, that's two, right?
Hey, yeah.
Good job.
Now we just need blighted twigs.
Axel, do you touch
Eh?
the water or get anywhere near it?
Hell no.
Does anyone else touch the water or get anywhere near it besides Abby?
Hell no.
No.
Katie's curious. Like,
No.
Josul is staring at it with his weapon
Katie?
ready.
Katie, there's literally nothing wrong with this water when you touch it
Oh, okay.
at all. Doesn't feel like swampy, murky,
Feel
or
different?
anything.
What's it feel like?
It's normal
It's
water.
Wet.
He puts his marrow spear away. Must be magic.
Well, of
Probably
course it's magic.
magic.
And
Fucking-
know our names.
I have never once met mundane water that could talk to you. I've heard of babbling
That's
brooks, but I
true.
thought that was just an expression.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
Nope,
it's
yeah.
literal.
For each of you, you don't hear it saying anyone else's name but your own.
Oh.
Yeah.
It knew my name.
It said my
It
name.
knew my name too. It knew all our names, I think.
Concerned about this party since we've entered this forest.
Here's the call. Concerned.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Listen.
Just regret.
So,
We all go back to the tavern afterwards, and Sekald sits down and puts beers in front of us and goes, "Guys, we need to talk."
And then every day, Abby is doing aid to give temporary hit points to Kade, Josul, and Axel, since they tend to be the ones that are in
harm's way.
in melee. Yeah.
you travel a few more days. You travel for this half week, and you're probably about ready to debate going back, or going back to town at least to restock or something, because it's been just hiking in the woods for half a week. But when one day you hear in the woods this
I hear frogs.
That doesn't sound like a frog.
That's not a frog. That's not a frog.
Maybe a
Sounds-
corrupted frog.
How close did it sound?
Wait, maybe the
it's a
frog
bit of-
has a frog in its throat.
it's a bit of ways away.
Oh no.
You guys head towards the noise.
Yes.
I
As
will
you head
scout it
towards,
out.
as you guys head that direction, you can clearly see once you get past a few trees, a human zombie that is chained to a wooden stake driven into the ground.
Oh.
It is completely bound, and as it sees you all, it looks pretty much half decayed, like half its face is gone, it's just skull, and it seems to be maybe it was a human male. It's really hard to tell at this point, but the second it sees your party, it's like.
So
And
I
it
know
can't-
that
it can't
he
get to you.
is. I know that he is, but I'm gonna go ahead and cast detect evil and good and look around and see if there are any other undead within 30 feet of me.
You detect the zombie and only the zombie. You guys can make investigation or
zombie.
survival checks if you want.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you notice a bunch of arrows in him, and a
Survival.
bunch of other dead bodies around.
Survival.
Investigation.
Oh shit!
Both of them suck, so I
Ooh.
guess survival.
19 survival.
21
Two.
survival.
20.
Isn't your intelligence higher than your wisdom, Josul?
Yeah.
Why'd you do survival then?
Well, because it's only +2, because I don't have any ranks in investigation.
Oh.
So my investigation was 8, and my survival was 2.
All right, those of you that got a DC 10 or higher were able to clearly deduct that the zombie was being used as target practice.
Aw.
That's not very nice.
But how did it kill so many other people?
You, those were zombies.
Oh, okay.
Besides
I'm
that,
kind of
besides
torn.
that, and only one intact arrow left.
I'm kind of torn because, like, I don't want to be setting any more weird fires with strange magic we don't understand, but I kind of feel like the best thing to do is to cremate these fellows so that they don't come back as anything worse.
I mean, really? Could they come back as something worse?
I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the reason that we bury our dead, and we have all of the, like, rituals and the ceremony and everything so they don't come back like this. I mean, I suppose once you kill an undead, it's dead for good.
The bodies
Maybe.
have already been defiled, technically, if they've been risen with necromancy.
I think
It's best to just put this one to rest by killing it and leave them here. The marsh is filled with fungus. They'll all be dead in a few months.
didn't one of you get like a 19 or something on your check?
21.
I did.
19 for Abby.
Okay, you guys can clearly see, well, not clearly, but you detect, tracking-wise, non-ranger tracking, I guess, that there seem to be multiple different footsteps and stuff that are leading further into the forest in a random direction.
Okay.
How old do they look?
A few days.
And there's only one chain on this stake.
Yeah, you find the other stakes were like half buried into the mud when you guys
Do
did
they
your
have any
investigating.
broken chains on them? Okay, so it was probably one of the guys using these things as target practice.
Well,
That's fine.
yeah, but who's making these things? Because doesn't somebody have to make this happen?
Zombies can occur from numerous.
Like it happens sometimes in desecrated ground when something really, really bad happens in a place, and you don't get buried proper, then you come back wrong. That's why priests always try to bury proper.
Meanwhile, the zombie on the chain
But-
stake is still just going, and it's trying to get at whoever's closest, but it can't.
Guiding bolt.
It is very well restrained.
Guiding bolt.
Angry Terry.
I'm just gonna say guiding bolt. You just kill it. Dead.
Thank you.
I feel like perhaps we should.
You don't even need to roll a religion check. You think it was out at 1 hit point.
Nice.
I think perhaps we should gather the bodies and cremate them.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So
Better,
I mean,
better put
it's
them out of their
not-
misery.
It's not a demon, so hopefully it won't do that weird demon fire stuff.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
it was wild. Wink.
Ah.
Beer.
So you guys take all the bodies and you cremate them, and you get them in a pile and burn them.
Okay.
None of them try to get up and bite you or anything.
That's good.
Would a survival check reveal what kind of technology level went into the creation of the arrows that were shooting at these zombies?
Standard. I mean, it's
Okay.
not.
It just looks like basic.
They're not carbon
like-
fiber arrows.
Well, I think more meant, is it primitive, like made with flint tipped and sinew?
Yeah, like is it
or
goblin or is
forged
it human
iron?
make?
Give me an investigation then, Axel.
Oh, okie dokie. 5.
Pretty sure it's human graft.
Sure. Okay. But I would
People
like to.
made these.
I would like to use my scent tracking to join in the hunt on the tracks that led away from the site.
Yeah, I mean, either we find a friend or we find an enemy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it
Let's
works.
not lose track of why we're here.
Well, we
Yeah,
don't
so-
actually know where the blighted twigs are, so we're kind of just wandering anyway.
Hmm.
If we find a dead tree,
What a twig is.
we just find a dead
twig?
tree and
You know
take
what
a
a
stick.
twig is? That's a twig. That all of these are twigs. You're in a forest. Oh my god, you guys grew up in water. Anything bigger
Only
than
this campaign.
this is probably a twig. If it's bigger than that, it's probably like a stick.
I pick
And
up
bigger
my
than
what
like
I think.
yay is a branch.
I pick up what she describes as a twig and say, "We can go home."
During all
No,
of
it
this,
has to be blighted.
Sekald is in the background with one hand just covering his eyes, rubbing his temples.
Katie
Beautiful.
sees him and goes like this.
So you guys go to follow the trail then?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You follow the trail for a few days. They're not really hiding it, and you guys follow this trail through the woods. Heads deeper into the woods, when eventually you come across a campsite.
Ooh.
It is wrecked, but it looks like it was wrecked fairly recently.
Oh no.
And inside one of the tents, you just see an arm lifelessly hanging out of it. You see this guy hanging from a tree, and it looks like he got a branch through his torso, and he's just he's pinned to the tree.
What kind of a guy is it?
Is a elf, a wood elf.
What happened?
Oh, he just went back to his parents. It's okay.
Does this branch that's stabbed through him look like a normal branch, or does it look kind of corrupted?
It doesn't look any different from any of the trees you guys have encountered so far.
Does it look like a weapon, or like it grew through him?
You guys
think-
can do investigation checks if you want.
Sure
Yeah.
thing.
As you see, there are clearly multiple dead bodies around here.
16.
15.
18.
19.
Where are you investigating
14.
first? Probably the one on the tree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Abby's going to the one in the tent.
Okay.
Because that was the
Oh,
first one she saw, and she was worried that they might still be alive.
Following Abby just because.
I'm assuming the person that's impaled to a tree is super dead.
I'm investigating how they died.
I'm
Abby, you
investigating.
go to look inside, and you see it is another wood elf, and you see that this part of their upper torso right here, there's like a clear cut here where it's just gone. There's just a chunk of flesh gone, and it looks like they bled to death when
Is it
their hand grabs your ankle and they
Oh no!
as we roll initiative.
Okay, you did hear me specify I was right there beside
Yes,
her.
yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure because everybody's
God
interrupting
damn it!
everybody.
Abby did it again!
Before we do all that, where was Axel's investigating?
I was investigating
Oh, yeah.
the guy on the stick.
Okay.
guy
you were
on
by
the
me.
tree.
All right, you're by me then. Okay.
Fucking
Okay.
typical.
I just wanted to make
Okay.
sure we had positions down because I was like, Axel was investigating too.
What is Axel's initiative?
Oh, Christ.
21.
Nice. Just soul.
Well, I can count it on one hand.
Okay.
Hey, so canadians. All right. It's called
18.
Nice.
Abby.
Yeah, that's an 8.
Nice. Katie.
22.
Nice. All right. So up first is Katie, as these 7 dead bodies start to get up.
There's 7.
Hmm
Ha.
Katie looks around for 1 second. Is like, oh, they're okay. Oh my.
They're all elves.
Oh.
Am I hitting them?
Yeah.
They look at the same condition as that the zombie on the chain, aka they're zombies. They're zombies.
All right. So Katie is going to approach the closest one to her
Hmm
and is going to punch it in the face
All right.
and be like, "Lay back down, lay back down."
As you go to punch it, nearby,
Mhm.
a mushroom that is growing off the side of the tree starts shrieking.
God damn it.
Damn it, Scotty.
I get a 17 to punch it.
Let me check the zombie's armor class. Yeah, you hit.
Okay, so I'm going to punch it for
It's like 12, right?
It's a lot lower than that.
6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
I get a second attack now. That's a
Ooh.
normal thingamajig. So I'm gonna punch it again if it's still there.
Yep.
Punch once. Punch again. 14.
Are these that hits? Are these magical punches?
Oh no, my fists are magical to next level, or something like that.
Okay.
8 points of bludgeoning.
All right. Its head its jaw gets completely dislocated, and if it wasn't for the skin holding things in, the jaw would have fell off.
It's still standing.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna spend a key point and flurry of blows and punch it 2 more times.
Fuck it up.
What?
I said fuck it up.
13 to hit.
13 hits.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Let's see. Just want to make sure. You punch it with a palm strike, we'll say, and you hit it in the shoulder. And as you hit it in the shoulder, the entire upper half of the body flips 180, but it stays upright.
Nope, don't like that.
I
As you
use
hear
the opposite-
disgusting cracking noises, as you're pretty sure the spine itself turned 180.
Whew! I use the other palm and pop it in the other shoulder with a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Ah!
The head that's now facing away from you, you hit it, and it seems to go into the torso forward. And then it falls backwards. That's
And I
Katie's
know-
turn.
Yeah, so do I notice that it was a little bit harder to take it out with all that?
It was not a little bit harder to take out. I was just messing with you.
Okay.
Rude.
It's Scotty at this point.
Yeah. So once its
I'll
head
be
goes
honest,
into
I
its-
thought it had resistance, and it doesn't.
Nice. Once its head goes into its chest and it falls, for just a second, Katie stands there like ready to stomp on its head. And then I'm done.
Okay. After Katie is Axel.
Woohoo!
Axel, the one on the tree is restrained by the tree.
Great.
but you're pretty sure it could easily pull itself off.
Okay, well, while it's being restrained, what kind of bonuses on melee attacks do I get? for it?
Advantage.
Great. I'm going to hit it with my maul, and I'm going to burn one smite.
I was
So-
going to say
Remember
if you
you,
hit, but yeah, you would hit.
Yeah. Not a crit, though.
Okay.
So let me...
Does it take that extra
Remember
because
you
it's
rolled
undead?
3d8, yeah.
It does, yeah, actually.
Sweet. So what'd you get?
I'm getting bothered by my daughter. Hang on, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're fine.
Gotta love good old-fashioned zombies.
No, we don't.
It occurred to me until just now, I had never thought of what the fuck Abby's spiritual weapon should look like, and I'm like, oh no!
Okay,
I
I
need that.
apologize.
A frying pan?
I apologize.
Yes! Never mind. Nailed it. That's what it is.
A cast iron skillet.
Yes.
Okay, 16 magical bludgeoning damage from just the regular hit,
Mm-hmm.
and... Hold on. Okay. 1 and 5 and... Ooh, 7. So, 5 and 7, 12. 12 radiant damage from the smite.
Clear smack right to its head. Pancake it. Watermelon. Just...
Love it. Cool. Who else is around?
Show off.
There's another one nearby within move.
Within movement?
Yes. It is currently prone.
Great. I'm going to hit that one too. I'm going to
'Cause-
run over and smack the shit out of that guy.
Because they were all laying
Action
down.
surge.
That is my action surge because I don't have extra attack yet, damn it. But that is my action surge. And that's going to be another hit. That's 24 to hit.
Okay. Its armor class is 8.
Great. Good to know. Yeah. Okay, cool. So 5, 11 bludgeoning this time.
Okay.
And 1,
You're
3.
smiting this one too?
I am, and 11 radiant that time.
Okay. You smack this one in the stomach. Actually, we'll say you smack this one in the rib cage as it was laying on its back.
Awesome.
The rib cage caves in, and it's getting up to try to bite you.
Ah. Ah.
Exactly the toad that somebody stepped on.
Yikes.
Far jokes aside, Sekald, it's your turn.
So,
There are 6 moving carcasses.
yeah, especially the one that's directly in front of me and Abby.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one's dead, I think, isn't it?
No, they weren't near us. We were alone.
Yeah.
Katie was
Right.
hitting somebody else, right?
Right, that was Katie's. Sorry.
So, not wanting to take a chance.
It's prone.
Yeah. Not wanting to take a chance, Sekald's going to use Scorching Ray. All 3 beams. Right on the one in front of us.
Okay.
Do
You have
range
disadvantage because it's prone.
Yeah.
stealth. Huh.
Like,
Yeah, but
it's weird, because any ranged attack, when it's prone, you have disadvantage, because the idea is that you're at range, even though we're point blank.
I'll do
You have a touch
I'll do
spell?
a little variant rule where if you move within 5 feet, I'll say you do not no longer have that disadvantage. If you're
Meaning
fine
I
with
step
that.
back 5 feet.
Well, then it
No,
would be
step right
then
up
it
to
would
it.
be then it would be arranged and would be disadvantage. Pretty much, if you move into its melee and you shoot him, I will say it's
Oh.
not disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So I'm not at disadvantage then.
If you move right up next to it, yes.
Okay. Then, yeah, right up next to it, pointing the spear's tip right at it, casting all 3 beams of Scorching Ray.
Okay, SpongeBob King Neptune, got it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
In the first SpongeBob movie, he had a trident and he shot 3 fire beams out of it.
Yeah.
Huh. Anyways, first one, those are 3 separate attacks, aren't they?
Yes,
Mhm.
Yes, for each ray.
and you did not have it set to good boy ending, or real boy ending. I think.
Yeah,
that's what
real
it
boy
said.
ending. Yeah. The real
assuming
boy
that's
turns
another
into
SpongeBob
Yeah,
reference.
it's the same movie.
Okay.
Mr. Krabs was frozen solid by him because of stuff, and at the very end, Neptune was going to unfreeze him, and he shot him, and he turned into a little boy, and he's like, "What the?" And then Neptune's just like, "Oh, sorry, I had it set to gets turned into a real boy ending, and he like turns the switch on a trident.
It just turns him back into Mr. Krabs.
It's dumb. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, 22 for the first beam.
Yep.
19 on the second beam.
Yep.
Holy shit!
Yep.
At 20?
Nat 20 making it 27 on the third beam.
As a wise dinosaur once said, yep.
Mm.
So roll me the
References
D100.
out the wazoo.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just in a reference mood tonight.
Are we still feeling a little retro today?
I guess so.
Oh,
That's awesome.
75.
Good thing I had you do that earlier. So instead of doing double the dice on that one, you do triple the dice on that one.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, jeez.
So just roll for 5 of those rays, essentially,
Okay. So
in terms of damage.
So each one was a 2d6, so 10d6? Is
Yep.
that right?
Yep.
9.
Congratulations, you did more than a fireball on this
Jesus.
specific target.
Oh, balls. This will take a while.
Well, potentially more than a fireball.
Yeah.
I remember one time in 3rd edition, I rolled a fireball, and I got, I think, 2 2s, and the rest were 1s. It
Aw.
was the saddest fireball ever.
Straight 30 damage.
Holy shit.
Okay.
This is what we call
Abby.
extreme prejudice.
The tent and this zombie are engulfed in flames.
Yeah, Abby's hopping around trying to put the flames on her pants out.
This was
It was holding
rotting,
on to me.
This was It was going to. It didn't get to.
Oh, okay.
This was like rotting cloth, and it just ignited like it was dry leaves
Shit.
because 30-something fire.
Nice.
Sorry.
So that tent
Fine.
and everything in it, there was nothing in it. Don't worry. And the zombie are crisp.
Are
That's
there
Sekold's
any?
turn.
Yeah, just kind of. Oops. Overkill.
After Sekald is Abby.
Are there any zombies remaining?
Yes, there are 3
Cool.
left.
The one closest
Or 4
to
left.
me, I'm going to cast spiritual weapon as bonus action, and create a spectral frying pan within 60 feet. And when I cast it, I can make a melee spell attack against him.
It is prone, so you have advantage. Because none of the zombies have gotten to go yet, and they were all laying down on
Woo!
the ground.
This is what I want you to roll. I got an 18 and a 19, so that's a 25.
Definitely
Hell yeah.
hits. It's something I've noticed a lot of people seem to miss when they were running zombies. They always have them like, combat starts and they're immediately upright.
Mm-hmm.
That just doesn't seem to make sense. Unless they're like vampires
Shit,
or
next
something.
damage.
It's a vampire thing.
11 damage.
Oh, boy.
And then because I used spell, but it's a bonus action, I'm going to use my cantrip to follow up with a chill touch on that one.
Okay.
That one it's a spell attack, but I think it's a ranged spell attack. So would I technically have disadvantage?
Yeah.
Not with his house rule.
Oh, no,
unless you're
no.
not moving
If you
up.
move right next to it, then no. Would you move right next to it? Then it would be disadvantage.
Probably not. No, she's not interested in that nonsense. That's still pretty decent. That's 19.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. He takes. I'll just roll this d8 again. Oh, it's 2d8 because I leveled. Why did I not boost that up? Shit.
Whoops.
8 necrotic damage, and if he tries to hit me, he has disadvantage.
Okay. That one seems to look like it's going to want to crawl towards you. After Abby, I believe... Hey! They actually go before Josul. I'm so sorry, Josul.
That's fine.
So, now the zombies get up. That was half their move. So the one attempts to bite at Abby.
Ah, you have disadvantage.
Shit, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
I'm not joking, by the way.
He has disadvantage, so has to take the worst one.
Yeah, he does. It clearly misses.
Oh, thank God.
I'll say another one goes after Sekald. Another one goes after Josul. And another one goes after Axel. So,
get a
Sekald's...
nat 20 on me.
Sekald, a 21 would hit, right?
No.
You cast shield?
Even with shield, it wouldn't keep that from hitting.
No, okay, he
So it
asked
hits?
if it hit, so you said no.
No, I said no. Of course, it doesn't hit the wizard.
Oh.
You
Ah.
have to be clear, we don't know.
You take
Like, my
You
character has wizard levels, and that wouldn't hit me.
you take
if I
four
cast
you
shield.
take 4 piercing damage as it bites you.
You have 10 temporary hit points.
Yes, I do.
As it
And
bites
now
your
you have 6.
as it bites your temporary hit points. Josul,
Ah, right in the temporary hit point.
Josul, a dirty 20 would hit you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, my 14 AC says you probably hit me with a wet fish if you just flung it randomly.
And it just flailed a random limb at you, and it just smacked you for 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then Axel. I don't know what's with these zombies. Dirty 20.
On the dot.
It somehow bites through the shoulder of your armor, and you take 3 piercing.
My temporary hit points take 3 piercing.
Yes.
Yay
Cool.
for temporary hit points.
Because I'd forgotten, apparently I changed it around, so today, Josul, Sekald, and Axel have the temporary hit points, not Katie.
I only
Because I
had,
can only hit 3 people with it, not
I'd have been fine without it.
that was 3 attacks, I'm pretty sure.
I think, yeah. One on me, one on Sekald, and one on Axel.
Okay, I
Yeah.
missed one, so the last one's going to go after Katie. Why? Dirty 20. So you take
Oh, that'll hit me.
a whopping 2 bludgeoning damage. As it's
I
surprise,
might pass that.
surprise
That's the
smack.
first damage she's taken all campaign.
Hey, I've been here before.
Yeah, by me
Twice.
before.
Hey, Josul, it's your turn. You got a zombie nomming on your temp HP.
Oh.
Oh, these zombies are getting so tiresome. And it's just like nomming on your head. These undead are getting so troublesome.
Such a bother. Crap.
Like Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've heard that's good. Is it?
If you like absurd, if you like crazy weird shit, it's great. Basically, you combine period drama with ninja skills, zombies, and a lot of kick-ass action scenes involving ladies in skirts.
I mean, to be fair, that definitely sounds pretty on brand for the sort of stuff I'm into.
Yeah, I know, right? It's lovely.
Sting,
At least
I
you're
need to know
honest.
more about the movie you watched, Kat.
Josul,
Ah,
what's up?
nothing I can do is gonna hurt this thing. I have
Chromatic
no
orb?
No,
slashing weapons.
Everyone seems to be hurting them pretty well.
I have no
Just by-
slashing weapons at
Just
all.
by attacking with the weapons.
I
Remember,
don't-
this
I
is
don't
5th
think that-
edition zombie.
Yeah,
They're
piercing and
they're
stuff.
going to be different.
Also, you have chromatic orb. Energy stuff is going to hurt them just as much as anything else.
They will take piercing damage like normal. I'll just tell you that straight up.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Is there an enemy engaged in the one that's chewing on my head?
Yes. Or no.
An ally, I mean.
No.
No?
No, we all have our own.
Okay.
You'll have a
Because there are a
My-
shitload of them.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, I will chromatic orbit.
Okay. If you crit, I'm going to laugh.
He's crit.
Yeah, you need a spell attack roll.
I love how people usually crit against things that have ridiculously low ACs.
Yeah.
Like, it's a gelatinous cube. I crit.
Well, I probably hit it anyway, but I rolled a 9.
What's your total?
9
Yeah, you hit.
altogether. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, its armor class is 8.
Okay, cool.
Woo.
I was disappointed for a brief second. There is.
The lowest armor class I can think of in 5th edition is the Gelatinous Cube at 6, I think.
Ooh, that's impressively low.
But they have way too much hit points.
It is also my favorite creature.
That's why it has a ton of hit points.
Yeah. But it's still really funny, where it's like, I just blindly swing, I don't know what I'm attacking, you hit. What?
You hit the whole room.
Yeah, it's a 5x5 cube of gelatinous
10 by
material. 10. Oh, 10 by
10 by 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hit the whole room.
You don't know what you hit, but your arm and the weapon start burning.
That makes me concerned about opening a door and just seeing this like wavy pattern.
You wouldn't see
like
it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's got it has like neutral optical refraction. So
It's transparent usually. You gotta succeed a perception check.
Then I just gave some DMs out there a really, really bad idea.
yes, you did.
It's such a classic monster. It's no big deal.
It
Hardly
takes, it takes 10 lightning damage.
All right.
Nice.
I rolled randomly
Nice.
because I like to make chromatic orb fun.
Smells crispy. Still definitely moving though.
Gross.
Okay,
Uh,
well, that's my entire turn.
After Josul is Katie. Katie, the one that you knocked down hasn't moved.
Well, good. They don't get knocked down and get back up again. That's good. So the one that bit me, I'm gonna punch it in the face
Okay.
because it bit me and I'm disappointed in it. So let's
Spider
see.
in a drink.
And I'm disappointed in it.
I am.
Interesting combo.
Now I'm curious. Do these things count as a creature for my special thing where I get 10 hit points if I drop them to 0?
Does it specify it doesn't work on constructs or undead?
It says...
Because it probably does.
It says, from another creature as it nears its demise. When a creature within 5 feet of me is reduced to 0 hit points. Ooh. When I reduce a creature within, I get temporary hit points.
Yeah, okay. It works then. Your thing goes off.
Oh, cool. So I get minimum 1 temporary hit point. So it's wisdom modifier plus my monk level. I'm 5th. Ooh, I got 7 temporary hit points now. So actually, it's fine. All right, cool. I punch in the face. Ooh, an 11 will hit.
Yep.
And, ooh, 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
You punch its arm, and the elbow bends the opposite direction.
Oh, let me fix that for you. I'm going to punch it again. 13 to hit
You hit.
for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
It forcibly jumps in the opposite direction, and the forearm just falls off.
Look around.
It's still
what else
moving,
is...
though.
Okay. I'm going
you
to...
just got rid of half of its arm.
I'm going to spend a key point and kick it twice.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, did you just punch a zombie's arm off?
Well,
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, the first time I said she hit it and its elbow bent the opposite direction, and she said, "Oh, I'm gonna fix that for you." So I just assumed she hit it in the opposite direction. So.
Okay, 15 to hit it again.
Yep.
For 9 points of damage.
All right. You hit it in the jaw, and the jaw goes into the skull, and it falls over on its back.
And stops moving.
Sure.
Are there any more moving near me? Because I have one more punch I can give to somebody.
You could easily use your move and go and punch something.
I'm going to go and punch something.
There's one, the one that Abby's attacking looks really, really, well, it's hard to tell, but there's one with Abby, one with Josul, and one with Axel.
Ooh, I'm going to run full speed at the one that's with Abby. I'm going to try to punch right through the back of its head and bring my fist throughout the front.
Okay.
The punch.
No.
Scotty, I need a 21 on that table that's not the good table.
Oh
It's a crit fail all evening long.
So you said you were going to try to punch it, right?
I was going to try to punch through the back of its head and put my
She
fist
was
out
gonna
the front.
swell punch it.
Okay, it says you hurl your weapon, which I guess is your fist, in your whole body, in a random direction 10 feet away.
It's like, you're just like, I got it.
You just
You bump back to back with another zombie. That doesn't seem to notice you.
I think you just punched your own arm off.
And that will be the end of Katie's turn, as it's
So-
Axel's
so-
turn, and Katie's back is to the zombie that that bit you.
Can it be like I got my arms caught in the zombie, so like we're like,
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, okay.
It's not restrained or grappled or anything, Axel, but
This one in front of me here.
yeah, that Abby's back to back, or not Abby, Katie's back to back with.
Okay. Well, since flanking rules aren't a thing, I'm going to have Corey jump out and land on his head and give me the aid action.
Nice.
And then I'm going to hit him with my maul.
And advantage.
Yay! Much better. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yay! And I'm not going to smite this time because I'm going to hang on to my spell slots. 12 radiant or 12 magical bludgeoning damage this time.
Okay. You hit it, and its head turns around to look at Katie as it falls sideways.
Oh.
Okay, and that's my action. That's my whole turn. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I'm going to use my movement to. Who else? Who all is still got a zombie standing on them right now?
Abby and Josul.
Okay, I will move up alongside of Josul.
There you go.
As you move up to Josul, the zombie that's head's twisted sideways reaches out to try to grab you.
Oh shit! I thought he was dead.
Yeah, that's its thing. It misses
That's the
though.
thing about zombies.
That's the wonderful thing about zombies. Zombies are
You always, when they go down, you stomp on the head like a watermelon.
double tap.
You
Or,
Resident
you know, just-
Evil that crap.
Dance immolation.
ZOMB I don't know. I'm trying to make the Tigger song for zombie. There's a wonderful thing about zombies. Zombies are a curious thing.
Oh.
Think you're trying a little hard there, Scotty.
I know.
We'll figure it out later.
You're still
Anyway,
awesome, man.
you're still able to move up to that other one. Axel.
All right, cool. So there's your flanking advantage. Just so
Oh, yeah.
Okay. After Axel is Sekald.
The only one left up.
There's one on Josul and one on
Two,
me, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, and one that's on the ground that tried to take a swipe at Axel as he left.
not quite dead.
And I can
It's
see
only
all-
mostly dead.
You could hit all three of them with another scorching ray.
I was about to do exactly that. Thank you for stealing my thunder there.
Oh,
I'm messing with you. That's twice
Sorry.
people have. No. It's wonderful because that means I'm doing something right. Because two different people were able to predict what I was planning on doing, which seems to me, since you guys are more experienced, is the right course of action.
Yep.
Or at least a correct sort of action. So
Smart. It's D&D. There's no right or wrong unless your option is I'm gonna go save the spiders while my friends are fighting Druid alone.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that.
You only have disadvantage on one of them because one of them's prone.
okay, so let's do it in descending order of initiative, as far as who's fighting which zombie that I'm shooting at.
So the one on Axel first, then.
Is that okay?
You mean the one on Abby? Because there's one on Abby, one on Josul, and the one Axel thought he killed is still there.
Well, he was saying descending initiative order, and
Oh,
Axel's
okay. Then
in
Axel's
first in initiative.
the Axel one is the one at disadvantage.
Okay. Okay, so the first one up then.
Mhm.
So first one at disadvantage. Oh, that's not good.
What'd you get?
Well, that first roll was a 1. Can I roll
Oh,
any
no.
lower than that?
If it's a nat one,
Percentage
then,
dice.
then you gotta do the D100.
I love it. This is so bad.
You yeet your weapon into the forest. Well, there goes the wizard.
Yeah.
Horrible thing about wizards. Nah,
Well,
goddamn.
no, technically, if it's my weapon, the spear's gone. I still have my arcane focus. My spear is not my focus yet.
Then what are you using for your focus?
Yeah.
Still my bracers, the scale bracers.
Mm.
Remember, very first episode, it's the scale bracers that are rune.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
So,
that was-
what'd you
that's
get on
next. I'm sorry.
What'd you get on the D100?
Oh, yeah, 94.
Oh, let's see here.
Yeah. I'm expecting
Oh,
to take
no.
off. I'm expecting to take off some health points here.
Luckily for you, there's no enemies within range.
Huh?
Because they would have had attacks of opportunity on you.
Oh.
Yeesh.
Oh,
Oof.
okay.
So
would've
you just
been
miss.
bad.
You miss with that one. You still have 2 more.
Whew. Okay, then please don't do that again. Sheesh.
Rolls another nat one.
Yeah, don't.
Gets advantage. Gets advantage on the last one. Rolls 2
Yes.
nat ones in a row.
17 on the next one for Abby's.
Yep, that hits.
And lastly, a 16 for Josul's.
You're pretty sure if it was twice as protected, the defensive, you would still hit.
And that's 2d6 for each of them.
Yep.
So
I
the first
like how
one-
everyone's like, yeah, you're right. You're technically right. If it was twice as defensive, it would still hit.
Oh, okay. 10 on Abby's,
Okay.
and only 4 on Josul's.
Okay. Both of them are on fire, and they continue attacking.
Ooh. Well, I can't do
That
anything.
zombies on fire.
Thank you for breaking that awkward silence. I was getting worried there. Jeez.
You read my mind too, because I was actually thinking of the song the minute he was like, and they keep attacking. I was like, "Dead zombies on fire."
Hey, Abby,
Yeah.
you have a zombie on
Just do
fire
that.
right in front of you.
Ah! I'm gonna use my frying pan to smash that fiery zombie.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yep.
More like the frying pan into the fire.
That's a lot. That's a 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Ooh, yeah.
Boom. 4. Oh shit. A lot. Hang on. Math. Is it just my D8 or yeah? 10 damage. 10 force damage.
Okay.
Blap.
You smack it, and its head falls off. The head's on fire, the body's on fire, and the body's still moving towards you.
Does the head fall off, or does the head go flying away on fire?
It goes flying away on fire. And you hear, you hear like a tiny little like game.
Ah! I don't want to blow all my spells, but
As
I
the
wanna make sure
the
that
flaming
things
headless
get
zombie body is still coming at you.
How fucked up does it look? I don't know. It's
Yeah,
not
they-
its
they-
head off, and it's still coming at me.
They all
Fuck it.
they all look like they should be dead.
Fuck it.
That's
I'm
undead for
gonna
you. You
use
can't really
guide
tell
and
how hurt they are.
bolt on it
Okay.
at first level. That's fucking miss again
Wait,
with a
what?
12. Wait,
No, that
12.
hits.
Oh.
Woo!
I was
Just
about to say,
barely.
if you get under 8, I'm gonna destroy your dice. I'm gonna throw it across the room.
Roll
I would
over it.
literally have to roll 1.
He's going to yeet your dice across the room from here.
I mean, same.
I'll take that dice and it'll get stuck in my trunk for another year until the next time.
Like my umbrella. Oh my god, I rolled all 4s.
Ooh.
So 16 radiant damage, and whoever whacks it next has advantage
Cool.
if it's still alive.
It
Or
falls
undead.
backwards forcibly and it's glowing, but it's motionless.
I don't have any actions left to double tap it with.
It's glowing and on fire.
Yes. And prone.
Can't exactly say I'm sorry enough, but
No, that's fucking great.
This fire, it's just like, you know,
Okay,
like the,
this is
the
so
comical
much
level
better
of
than
fire
the
where it's just like a
last time we
tiny
ran
little
into
bit of
undead.
it is on fire. It's not like it's fully engulfed like it'll do fire damage to you. It's not at that level.
I am fine with this because the last time we ran into undead, like half of us almost died. And when I say half of us, I mean mostly just all.
So that's Abby's turn.
To be fair, I do weigh as much as half of you added together. So,
And I'm like half a person anyway, so.
Abby,
right.
the one that was on the ground
Uh-huh.
that swiped at Axel spends half its move to get up, and it's 10 feet away from you, and it just barely gets its move so it can get towards you and attacks you. Axel does get an attack opportunity though.
That was the one that was on me, or the one that was... Because I moved
The
over
one
by Josul.
you thought you downed, and then
The one
attack
you
of
left.
opportunity. Yeah.
Oh, so it crosses me, and I will take that opportunity.
Mhm.
Okay, so that hits. I didn't roll a 2.
How much damage?
It's going to be 12.
Okay. As it reaches out towards you, the maul just accordions it. It just hits it in the top of the head, and just the head goes into the torso. The legs snap, and it just into the ground.
Nice.
Eh.
So that was that zombie's turn.
Oh.
Last zombie. I believe it was attacking Sekald, so it continues doing that.
Well, I thought there was one on. Did the one on Josul get immolated?
Oh, the one on Josul, that's right. Josul, 11. Did that hit?
11, no.
Okay. Then it's your turn, Josul. This is the last one.
Oh,
And you have advantage
The
because
la-
Axel's right there with you.
It's currently the last one moving.
natural 20.
Yeah.
All right. Fun fact: the zombie thing does not work if they get critted. So roll me the
Oh.
d100.
Ooh.
91.
Ooh.
Ah.
Did the same joke, and you guys were just dead silent earlier.
So
You had to
Josul,
I'm
warm
mostly
up the
smiling
room.
at the crit on the last attack of the thing.
Josul, I'm pretty sure it's dead, but you do get a follow-up attack.
Nice. I know we've already mentioned multiple times that you always
So
double
do you
tap these damn things.
do you take that extra attack?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What'd you get for it?
Hang on. I'm adding up a lot of damage.
Yeah, how many d6 are you rolling?
All of them.
4?
I
4 plus whatever
am
your
5th
weapon
level,
is?
so I rolled 3d6.
3.
Plus the weapon damage plus your dex mod.
You kill it with
Remember, all those damage dice are doubled because you crit, including the sneak attack. So it's
Oh,
66.
I remember.
Plus.
Yeah, you remember from my rogue.
Yes, I do.
Jeanette, I had a rogue in his game that was basically Batman.
Nice.
She could see everything, and her crits were fucking terrifying.
If I see everything, I think you had a 24 passive perception
It was higher than that.
27.
at one point.
Wasn't it near the end of the game that
What-
somebody out Batmaned you?
What are you? What are
Um,
you attacking with?
my rapier, and I did a grand total of 33 damage.
Okay, you remember from Dark Souls the Richard's rapier?
Yeah.
You just do that, and it's just filled with holes, and it just falls down dead.
I just perforate the shit out of it.
For those that don't know, it was this fancy rapier in Dark Souls
It's like,
that did like a flurry of blows with the
You
rapier.
stab like a billion times with it as a special attack.
Axel's going to watch this performance of gratuitous violence, and he's going to quip. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a holy zombie.
Also, fun fact: Abby's, or not Abby,
Just
Hazel's
chuckles. That's a bonus action.
Hazel's passive perception in the Morpheus game was a 31.
Oh,
yeah,
at the end
31.
of the game.
I was so close.
Expertise plus high level rogues plus what is it? The alert feat.
Yep.
Yeah, she saw everything.
Okay, combat's over, and I need to go to the bathroom. We're gonna take a little break.
Okay.
So
She couldn't
we'll be
see
back
why
in a few.
kids like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It
Sorry.
used to be a little universe room.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hey.
So, left off with everybody killing a bunch of zombies.
So is anybody hurt?
The tent is no longer
not
there.
really.
Nope, feeling pretty good.
Okay.
I guess maybe look around to see what of their belongings haven't been torched.
Okay. Sorry, give me a moment.
Actually, first, Abby's gonna sacred flame all of them just to make sure.
All right. They're definitely no longer animated.
Okay.
And you search around the campsite, and you can't really find anything in value except for whoever you think would be looking the most thoroughly? Like, who's really looking for stuff? I'm not even gonna have you roll for it.
I mean,
It's got investigation.
Okay, Josul, roll me a d100 as you're looking around this campsite.
Because I'm guilty of being a merchant. 9%.
You find a square of a bear beetle leather creature. Some weird looking beetle that is square.
So a square beetle.
Okay, never mind. I don't like this trinket table. Let me go to this other one. You're getting a trinket. So with a 9, you find a rope necklace, and actually this one fits perfectly. And dangling from it are 4 mummified fingers.
ooh.
Judging by their slim elegancy, probably elven fingers.
Somebody who hates elves came through here. They
But
lost their necklace.
It was being worn by elves.
It was
Or
By
being-
undead elves, but
you found that in what was left of their stuff. It's probably the only thing
they
of
were
real.
killing elf zombies, and these are what's left of their fingers.
I don't know.
You're holding this in your hand, right?
Yeah.
You feel one finger twitch.
Must still be animated somehow.
Abby's gonna do the standard protocol, which is now to drag everything into a pile so we can cremate them.
I will help.
Do you put the
Give
necklace
them a
in
good
there?
proper
Nope.
burial.
Okay. Write
I
down
keep the necklace.
necklace of 4 mummified fingers.
Where do you see how I try to sell this to some poor fool?
Oh my.
You know a few people that might be interested.
Monkey paw.
These elf mummies were all great lords of powerful temples. I could sell you this necklace for no less than 1,000 gold.
I don't believe you, but they would go great with a crawling hand.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever you want them for, friend.
Not enough cash. Stranger. Anyway, so besides that, that's what happened today during your guys' travels. You found that campsite and mummified elven fingers.
Lovely.
With a quick investigation, you realize that these were probably, with Axel finding what's left of arrows, that this was the same group that you guys were tracking the whole time.
So a question then presents itself.
Mhm.
So I don't know, but I think maybe there is something in this forest that is turning these people into zombies. Because well, look, I mean, there were zombies,
Wow, that's sass from Abby.
and he's just going to continue talking like. So the zombies back there, right? They were different from these ones, and it looked like these are the same kind of arrows as they were being shot
They
with.
were, weren't they?
So maybe like they shot the zombies, and maybe they caught zombie.
Or maybe the forest
Can you
corrupted
catch
their corpses and
zombie?
animated them.
I don't
That's
know.
what I'm thinking.
Just like it corrupted the demon. we
You can do
killed.
religion check on zombie.
Ooh, I wanted 20.
Oof, 8. I am not doing well with
Where's my dice? Oh, they're there.
That makes sense though. He's a bumpkin.
Ooh.
16.
Where's my turf?
It is a common myth
18.
that zombies, that you can turn into a zombie by being bitten or clawed by a zombie, but that is actually not the case. Usually, they are animated by negative energy from the plane of negative energy.
Maybe
Undeath.
there's a big negative source here.
Or they were just corrupted by the
it's
forest.
It's also why your attacks that clearly should have been lethal didn't work, because these are pretty much bodies being animated by a magical energy, not actual
Okay,
living
so
creatures.
this next question is a thing to the GM. Would we know Greyhawk's issues with like planner portals and shit? The history of why everybody hates that stuff.
Yes.
So, like, it's not unheard of that portals to different places exist like that. There could be a portal here corrupting this forest.
Even those of you from not the surface world, this is like a universal Greyhawk thing. Even the undersea kingdoms in Greyhawk are very against any planar gates of any kind.
Because they always bring trouble.
Yeah.
I would assume there might be one here somewhere, but I doubt there's enough treasure around it to warrant looking for it.
That makes
Besides, we
I
would
wouldn't
be
gonna go
flying
near
in
it
the
because I wouldn't want to go near it because anything, if there's a gate, there's always something at the gate or probably coming through. And I don't have anything that can close a planar gate.
That makes Katie feel somewhat worse for that thing that popped through in the water that day.
Oh.
Oh,
Oops.
Mhm.
This is all my fault.
no. We don't even know about that.
Nope.
None of us saw that shit.
Nah.
She talked about it though, didn't she?
I believe I
Yeah, we
already
all
had.
thought she was fucking crazy.
I believe I already had Abby roll a history check before you guys entered the woods, and you do remember stories about possible planar incursions here,
Oh,
but
boy.
they're only at rumor level. You can clearly see why now that you spent almost 2 weeks out here.
Yeah, this is where the campfire stories that we used to tell when I was a kid came from places
Rumor
like
has
this.
Well, we will have some very good stories to tell her.
Cultist to Bane.
That's
Oh,
true.
shit.
I haven't told any of my grandnieces and nephews a good story in a while.
No. Is there any tracks leading away from this site?
Give me a survival check or investigation.
I will as well. Ooh, I got a dirty 20.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, 18. Survival.
You don't see any on the ground, but you do notice that some of the tree branches are snapped off like something flew out of here.
Uh-oh.
Back in the direction you guys came from. Back
Uh-oh.
towards the ship that was there.
Oh.
Oh.
The
Huh.
rock could have killed
Oh.
them.
And then that's when Katie finds in the wet leaves a single tarred feather.
Ew.
Ew. Constitution saving throw?
No. It's been long enough. No way.
Katie just stands up and holds it up slowly, dramatically.
Halfway tempted to light it on fire.
No,
Yes,
I'm
we
No,
know
no.
how the elves
gonna put it in
die.
a jar.
I give it to Abby.
Abby's the wizard
I'm
of the
not
party.
touching it.
Ooh, it's something weird and magical.
I
I'm saving
mean-
it as a sample.
Ooh, it's something weird and
I
not
am
magical. I'm going to
wizard.
eat it.
And Axel is the party vacuum cleaner.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought
Does it
Josul
move?
would
I eat
be,
it.
but apparently it's Axel.
No,
No, Josul has a refined diet.
Josul is a gourmand. He eats way too much, drinks way
He
too much,
eats
and
only
smokes
the
way too
best
much.
freeze-dried spiders.
But only the best food.
You travel another day or two. When
Okay.
you all smell... Axel definitely first, before anyone else. Probably the night before you guys, like a day and a half ago. You start smelling in the distance. Really, really foul smell. It just smells like fecal matter. That's the best way I
Ew.
could describe it.
Okay.
And then as you travel, it gets stronger and stronger, and then that's when everyone else starts to notice it.
Why are we going this way? It smells like shit.
Ugh.
Oh, okay, so it's not just me.
No.
No, you smell like shit too.
And eventually, you all see up ahead a little clearing in the woods. And you see a 40-foot tall sculpture of a toad.
Oh,
Is it
no.
made out of dung?
But the worst part of it is it seems to be made of dung.
Oh.
Thank you for that.
He
Why
just,
is there a turd toad?
He just called it. He's
Precisely.
He's called it.
Oh! Wow.
Wow.
Better pick up the
More
sending stone
precisely.
because he just called it.
inspiration for the
How did they acquire
DM.
that much shit?
A lot of
You
effort,
see
I'm assuming?
swarms upon swarms of flies.
Ew.
On it.
Yeah,
Is
let's
the toad eating the
avoid this.
flies? That would be something.
Okay, everybody, let's look on the bright side. At least it's
And you're
not
getting
on
that
fire.
weird vertigo feeling when you're looking at this, like you did when you were looking at the symbols on the ship.
Oh no.
It's
How
like
close
that.
are we?
It's like that when
Where
the
did
Game
you
Grumps are
say
playing
that?
that house party game, and they're like looking at the portrait, and it's like it's that kind
House
of
pouty.
unsettled.
So, how close are we to it now? Will we reach the clearing?
I would say you guys are like 120 feet away.
Oof,
Wait a
okay.
minute. Wait a minute.
We're
wait a
getting
minute.
we're getting weird vertigo that far off. Yikes!
I stop everyone and I'm like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You said that ship was abyssal, right? And when we looked at those things writing on the side, we felt weird. This thing's doing the same thing. I'm betting this is abyssal. This place
Yeah,
is corrupted
it's-
because the abyss has corrupted it.
Oh,
How do we
does that
fix
mean we
it?
have to burn the shit toad?
Ew.
I'm not burning that thing.
I
And
don't have
think any of the
fire.
rest of us have to burn it.
The amount of
Not
bugs, the amount of bugs around
Everyone
here,
looks at Axel.
the amount of bugs around here are just ridiculous.
Look.
It's very agitating. for
Unless
everybody.
there's a blighted twig over there, we have no reason to even go into that clearing. Let's just leave and go somewhere else. We're
Well,
looking
yeah,
for a
but-
blighted twig.
Yeah, but you have a point, though. What if this is what's corrupting the forest, and we can
If
stop
we
it just by
destroy- Are you prepared to destroy a 40-foot tall stack of shit?
I mean, I was
Because
just
I'm
gonna
not.
burn it from over here.
I don't have magic that can reach that.
Actually, you have fireballs that go pretty far, don't you?
Firebolt's got a range of like 100 and some odd
But
feet.
is Firebolt going to light it on fire?
A
Mhm.
firebolt does in fact light unattended objects on fire.
I mean, if it doesn't, then we just leave, right?
That's actually written into the spell. If unattended objects are
Abby would be the only one that knows this because no one else has been in an area where they make fire for survival. Manure burns really well.
oh yeah.
It's gonna stink like the Dickens,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it'll burn.
But it'll burn for days.
Did I not just say that?
I can only imagine what's going to happen to the flies.
All right,
Oh,
let's.
Pop.
I look over at Abby. Light it.
No,
I can't do it.
I'll
I look
do
at
it.
Axel
I'll do it.
The whole time,
Okay.
the whole time you guys are like this because there's just bugs everywhere.
from 120
It's
feet
constantly
away.
agitating.
I look over at Axel and I go, cover him in case something comes out. Be ready to throw
Yep.
your hammer.
As he looks over, Axel's like snapping at the air like a dog. Just like,
Oh, God.
Give me attack rolls for funsies.
for funsies.
You are
Wow.
proficient,
Ah,
but
okay,
only with nomming random bugs.
okay.
for this
What's my modifier for that?
Strength, I guess. Natural attack.
Sure. Okay. Sure. So that first one's going to be a 23.
Okay. You're getting mouthfuls each time.
11, 21. Yeah. Okay.
This tastes like shit.
Josul
Oh,
pulls out
they don't
his,
taste like flies, huh?
You'll need a con save.
Oh, no.
gross. Oh, I immediately regret this decision. Oh, I rolled a 2. Like on the die. No, my save is a 9, but I rolled a 2. That's not great.
You throw up all of them. And this breakfast.
Ew.
Ugh.
Oh.
And last night's dinner.
Why would you eat them? Those are probably diseased.
Wait, what
and
else
Axel
did you eat?
is
What's
currently
that?
poisoned.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
remember eating
cast
that.
protection from poison on him.
You don't need to do that. It's okay. Hold on. I lay on my own hands.
You
So
sit down on
basically
your
what you're
hands.
saying is you touch yourself.
Yes, exactly.
Your hand. You know, you do the things where your hands get cold. You know, you just sit on your hands.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
I cast
you
the
guys-
stranger.
You really threw me because the whole like dog jumping up in the thing. I literally, when Terry hears a fly, he will go around the entire house and he chomps so hard you can hear it a floor away.
You can hear his
I
teeth
literally
clicking. It's the
Can
worst.
hear
yeah.
him running across the carpet upstairs as fast as he can and just hear and his little jumps as he leaps at them, chasing one fly.
Yep. Mighty hunters indeed.
And then gets
Mhm.
angry because it's hanging out up near the light. And I'm like, occasionally I take pity on him and I'll take a magazine and go and help him and smack it out of the air.
I've rarely seen a Labrador angry, but the only time I've seen one angry is when there was a horsefly, and they do that.
Oh, shit.
And they do that with the
Oh.
bite.
They bite like Mofo, those things hurt.
The super kind chocolate lab that we thought would never hurt a fly was like, this thing killed my family levels of wonder.
No, Terry's a hunting dog. He'll go after anything. Thankfully, he's not dumb enough to have actually gone after a aggressive wasp. But we have these bees called cicada killers that hang out in our neighborhood, and these fuckers are this big. They're gigantic, but they're docile as can be. He will snap at these things from dawn until they stop coming out at around noon or so, and they have never stung him. They just ignore him, just go whoop over his head and fly away. He gets so angry at them, and he will just go at them.
I like to think the local
Abby,
hive.
You're going up to Sacred Flame, this turd pile?
Sekald is.
No, Sekald is doing it.
How far away?
Abby's preparing a Sacred Flame, or a chill touch if anything comes
I
at
have my
us.
marrow spear out, and I'm kind of got my other hand.
I don't
up
have
for
fire. Radiant won't light it on fire.
Sekald, what are you shooting it with?
Create bonfires. Maximum distance.
What's the max?
It's 120, isn't it?
Let's find out.
No, I'm sorry. That's a 60 feet range, and
You'll
that's
have
a
to
dex
move
saving
into
throw.
the opening.
So I'm gonna disregard that one, and instead, I've got enough to spare. I'm gonna burn a chromatic orb of fire.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now that.
That's 90 feet, yeah.
As you
And spell sniper, so it would double.
Well, spell sniping.
Oh,
would
spell sniper
increase
work
the
on the
rounds for
bonfire.
Bonfire then.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, bonfire is a dex save, not a attack.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly what I just said a second ago.
Sorry.
You're right. Okay.
So yeah, chromatic orb fire.
All
Fireball.
right. Roll damage.
Copy that.
It's a statue you hit.
Yeah. I would hope so. Yes.
The shit statue dodges.
It's
That would be the
sorry,
one time when
it's
Abby
a-
just cuts and runs.
Remember, it's a 40-foot tall shit statue.
Turd toad.
Katie backs up, just so everyone knows. Katie backed up.
So how much?
If it explodes, she does not want to be anywhere near a blast radius.
What's the splash zone for 20 damage of fire against a shit statue?
The
Abby's
statue
crouching behind Axel.
engulfs into flames, and the flies, the ones that survive this, fly off of it, and aggressively all go towards Sekald as we roll initiative.
Ah, fuck!
Sweet.
We should have seen this coming.
Ah, shit! It's a swarm.
Our worst enemy, insects!
A swarm of abyssal
Back
flies.
again! That's cocked.
You say, "Oh shit!"
Great.
You say, "Oh shit," and I say, "Yes, yes, it is."
Are we on another day, or are we still on the zombie day?
No, this is another day.
Thank God.
Thank
Okay.
Who
My
has
initiative
the
was-
temporary hit points, Abby?
I'm gonna say Josul and Sekald and Katie.
Okay.
Axel, sorry.
Since Axel has high AC and high hit points.
And how many
Yeah.
was that?
10.
10 temporary hit points, because I cast it at second level every day.
My initiative was 6.
Nice. Josul.
My
18
initiative was
initiative.
7.
Okay, 7 for Abby and 18 for Josul.
Yep.
Sekald, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Nice. Good thing, too, because they're all coming for your ass.
Yeah.
Katie, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
What's your dex?
Mine is a 4.
Oh, yeah, definitely the greater. All right, so, Sekald, you have a few thousand flies coming right for you.
Oh shit.
This isn't a swarm. This is swarms coming at you. Multiple targets, mechanically.
How many multiple targets?
A lot.
Yeah.
Fireball. Hmm.
Nah, I don't have that one yet.
Ah.
Let me check something. There's one thing I want to.
Nice knife.
Sphere of water pressure would work too.
Well, water pressure. Oh yeah, 20 feet.
Yeah, water pressure's the water version of Fireball.
Right.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, they're insects, not shit. That's right.
Right.
I mean, they're pretty close.
They're good enough to get flushed.
Second.
Versus the turd toad.
Okay.
I was wondering, whenever we do initiative, I put it into the Zoom chat so we can remember.
Oh, the turd toad swarms. Okay, I
and
just saw the
I
turd
name
toad.
it what the monster is so that we can remember when we roll initiative again. And this one is Inish versus the turd toad swarms.
I am the mighty Pooh. Ah, I'm on fire!
So, yeah, I'm not even going to be screwing around. I am going to cast Ice Knife at level 3.
I
Okay.
hate to be a stickler for details, but wouldn't that many amounts of shit in one part create a massive amount of methane gas, which would have theoretically exploded when it caught fire?
It depends on how long the shit's been airing out.
Get out of here with your
Okay.
science.
Take your science elsewhere.
Yes, if this wasn't magical shit. Anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
okay. That makes sense.
Oh.
Ew, it's an excremental.
I swear to God, if we just summon the Golgothan, I'm going to leave.
We summoned the Golgotha, the excremental.
You can see a trash.
That's fucking amazing.
There's just a little trash child on top of him with blonde hair, and he's like, "I'm gonna be the next Hokage. Ah, I'm on fire!"
Wait, no, wrong shit, demon.
On top of a giant 40 foot. Anyway, so Sekald,
Summoned the Golgotha.
Yeah,
you were saying ice knife.
aiming. Jesus, I did not need that image in my head.
I'm glad at least one person got the excremental reference.
Yeah, that was good. So yeah, aiming to catch as many of them in the explosion as possible.
Mhm.
The first spike goes in for 6 damage.
Okay, and then a lot of dex saves for me. What's your spell save?
15.
Of course, there were 2 nat 15s. Of course.
Of course.
All right, 3 of them failed.
Okay, so that's 4d6 cold damage coming up.
And now 6 piercing.
No, yeah, 6 piercing for the first target,
Okay.
and then the 4d6.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 46. They're all dead. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Stop messing with me. You keep screwing up my count. Jeez. 18.
18.
Yeah, 2 5s, 2 4s.
Okay, you blow up most of them.
Yeesh. And I'm gonna start moving away.
When I say most of them, if there was a percentage of the amount left, there's probably 10%.
You fucking decimated them.
Good
I
lord.
was not
Literally
sure.
decimated.
So after Sekald's turn, after you move back, it is Josul's turn.
How far away are the swarms?
Let's see. They would have.
Well, they came up to swarm Josul, or to swarm Sekald, so how far away did you move from him?
I was standing at the edge of the clearing, but not in
They're
the
like
clearing.
they're like 90 feet away. They dashed.
Oh. Well, they're completely out of range of all weapons and spells that I have. Okay, that's fine.
The range of chromatic orb is 90 feet, yo.
Okay. Does any of them look like they're not damaged?
No, they all look like very damaged.
I mean, it's a swarm. They all kind of look the same.
Racist, but yeah.
There would be swarmist. Duh.
I'm my own individual swarm. Thank you.
Yeah. Hive mind. Duh.
Colony rights matter.
Colony rights.
I love that one. I have to remember that for the lawful neutral ant things from Mechanus.
Yes.
Formians?
Yes.
14 to hit.
Fomorians, yeah.
14 to hit hits.
Okay. $17 damage.
You destroy.
Force fire.
What are you doing?
Chromatic orb.
Oh, the chromatic orb destroys the last of them. All the bugs are gone in the area as the
What about
statue continues burning.
Oh, great.
Was this like a
Better than I expected.
toad, like a big like toad sitting down, or is this some toad-like humanoid creature?
Like a normal toad on all fours, but it's
Okay.
40 feet tall.
Got it.
Can I roll a religion check? Do I remember like any abyssal figures from religion and mythology
You can
that
roll
are toad-like?
religion
I'll try.
or arcana.
I'm gonna go with religion because
for
I'm
the
a
first
religious
time.
gal.
It's the same difference for me, but I got a 15.
As instead of
19.
burning man, you have burning toad.
19 for Abby.
You have no idea what this is.
Ooh, yikes.
Other than a giant pile of shit.
Oh, a giant flaming pile of shit.
I mean,
Right.
it's also probably not the best craftsmanship, so who knows how accurate a depiction it is.
It was surprisingly exactly accurate. Almost like petrification if the petrification turned into turds instead of stone.
Ew!
That is not a flavor for a spell I ever
Wait,
want
so
to
Is
That's
encounter.
there a
so much
spell out
worse.
there that's called flesh to shit?
I don't think
I don't want to
so.
know.
Indigestion, maybe?
But as
That
you
is an
stare
oddly
as you
specific
stare at the
bowel
fire
structure.
and you were wondering what this thing could have possibly been, and you're not sure if it's the smell getting to you, but it just that unnatural feeling just seems to escalate as it continues.
Okay, it's time to go. Let's go.
Agreed.
Okay,
So
yep.
we're just... Okay, we're going to leave the flaming turd
Yes,
toad?
we're leaving it here. It can stay.
Okay.
I'm not sticking around for whatever that is that
You
I'm
very
feeling.
quickly have the black smoke of this burning turd statue behind you as you continue on your journey.
Okay.
Ugh.
You
Does
continue
that
to
smoke
smell it for the
drifting
next
toward-
day and a half.
Oof. Is that smell drifting towards civilization? Like any outlying villages or anything I would know?
Are we
No,
late
going
now.
downwind?
no. Luckily, you are not traveling downwind. I would
Oh,
like to
thank
think you
God.
guys purposely do not travel downwind.
Yeah, we would.
We
And
travel
so
upwind.
so does literally everything else. You see flocks of birds going opposite.
Changing direction.
Yeah, yeah. Like you'll see
Yeah,
the V
valid.
formation, and they actually break formation to go another direction.
Just like for miles around the smoke trail, you just hear all the screamers in the forest going off at once.
Aww.
It smells.
And this is how the forest became known as the Screaming Forest.
That's it.
I feel like I have to make that in a game somewhere. It's just a forest just filled with screamers, and that's why it's called that.
It's
I just-
screaming.
I just
forest.
remembered in the zombie encounter there was one on the tree you guys didn't destroy.
Yep.
We didn't.
Oh, there
so,
was. Yeah, we forgot about it.
Wait, there was another one on a tree because I thought I got that one.
No, you attacked the zombie, not the thing.
No, you attacked the zombie on the tree, not the shrieker on the tree.
Oh, I forgot. Damn.
When you guys moved a certain distance away, it stopped.
Completely forgot about it.
Same.
I feel like I would have smushed it otherwise.
Just
We were
just
distracted.
just a fun fact: if you would have not smushed it when you got a certain
Sure.
distance away, it
They
stopped.
stopped yelling at you?
Yeah.
Great.
Hmm.
So, okay.
After a few days of traveling and trying to wash off the shame,
A shame.
Abby has
Yeah.
create and destroy water and uses that for a lot.
no matter how
Yeah.
much you seem to
Good
wash,
way, 'cause-
the image does not go away in your brain.
Oh well, I can't. I don't have the cantrip brain bleach, so we're just fucked with that.
No, that's mind blank. That is definitely not a cantrip.
Nice.
We've already established it's evil mind.
Oh, and feeble mind. Feeble mind would
Yeah.
do that too.
How blissful.
Forget everything you need to remember. Blissful ignorance. As I reduce my own intelligence to 1, so I don't have to remember that.
Put your fingers
You-
to both temples and your eyeballs just slide the opposite direction.
Ooh.
You encounter a hunter's shack overtaken by a slimy moss. First, you
Oh.
thought it was a mound, but then you realized it actually was a structure, and it's just fully overtaken by this moss.
Does it look like it's still inhabited, or is
This-
it just run? Is it run down state in addition to being overrun by the moss?
Looks run down, and you very clearly see it's not yellow mold
Well, that's
or
good.
moss.
What kind of moss is it?
Green.
Yeah.
Oh,
Looks like
so
normal moss.
I'll make a
Oh, okay, so it's-
survival check to make sure there's not some kind of weird ass haunted evil moss.
And nature, I guess, because it's a plant.
I will assist on that nature.
Or arcana, if you think it's something magical. It's whatever.
Okay, well, I'll roll with the assist, I guess.
Oh, I was gonna roll my own. Sorry.
Okay, then you go ahead and do that. You have better modifiers.
I've got a 14.
Which one?
Nature.
Yeah, this is perfectly not supernatural moss in any way.
It's just moss.
That's a
That's
change.
either been here a long time or it's not been touched in a while.
Probably the only unnatural thing about it is how much there is and the fact that it's growing even in daylight. Usually moss tries to avoid daylight.
I mean, have we not seen any dead trees this entire time?
Yes.
No,
There's quite a few
we've
of them.
seen moss, just probably not in this.
No,
vast
I'm
amount.
saying
Just what do you mean?
we've seen enough dead trees that I feel like we could have found a blighted twig by now.
You see
I've tried.
Well, that's the thing. It's not just a dead tree. It has to be a blighted tree. Blighted usually means like disease.
I mean, what do trees die of if not old age or axis?
Diseases.
Right. So if we have dead trees that are still standing, they were not cut down, they were not burned down. They may have died of
Well,
old
they may
age.
have
But
died. They may have died of old age. If they died out of old age, then it's not blighted.
this is a shack, not a tree.
I know, but I'm just thinking we maybe should be looking for sick trees.
We'll keep an eye out. In the meantime, does it look like this moss has been deliberately like trained to grow around this shed, like seeded like that?
No. That's you can't really do that with moss. It's more of like you would plant it in one spot and it would slowly grow outwards. It kind of works as like it's a
Well,
single organism.
that's what I would think is like you basically put all of the stuff there and
with
then
your nature, it seems to have come from internal the shack and go outwards.
I'm gonna like sort of peek into the shack.
Just see moss everywhere, coating everything in there. Do you go inside?
Yes.
Inside,
I will accompany her.
you find a humanoid skeleton on the floor.
Oh, buddy.
Its rib cage appears exploded, and it seems like this is where all the moss started.
Oh,
I'm gonna
bloody-
back
Oh!
out.
Oh no!
I'm gonna back out of here.
Yeah,
and
no.
Axel, nope. Turn around, go.
Also, you can thank Wizards of the Coast for these. I did not make up these encounters. These are all random encounters for this area.
Jeez.
What the hell kind of moss does that?
I look into the shack without touching the moss.
That's impossible.
It exploded.
Because it's the surrounding area too. You'd have to like,
Okay.
you know.
It exploded a man. There's a skeleton in there with the chest exploded and moss coming out of it.
Are we out?
All that's left,
Yes!
it's just a skeleton, but the rib cage is clearly like that, almost like a freaking alien in a movie.
A chest ripper.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Ugh.
The moss is the thickest, like right there at its chest, so it's very clearly that's where it started.
I know this has been our answer to a lot of problems lately, but does anyone else think maybe we should burn this?
I feel like there's not going to be much forest left if we keep doing it.
Survival check on the moss, if you want.
Oh, I want it.
Heck yeah.
An 8.
Oh shit. 25.
9.
As much as you probably don't want to admit it, Abby, this is actually perfectly good moss.
Well, why did it explode his chest?
Just because whatever caused his chest to explode doesn't mean that it was necessarily bad.
Wait.
He may have been a bad person.
Maybe an angry druid killed him.
I
That
mean,
was
Sorry,
the
I don't know
punishment
that much
for him
about
to die.
druidic magic.
Maybe that was his punishment for what he did.
Or consequences of magic.
so
Could
maybe
be.
we should stop burning the forest, is what you're saying?
I'm
That's-
saying we
that's
probably
probably
already
a
pissed
valid
off said
point, then.
druid, and we should all keep our chests particularly well guarded.
I mean, ding ding, I'm okay.
Head back to the
Shit.
town, and this
Upon that-
there's just a hunter, and he's like, I was out hunting in the woods, and all I smelled was burning shit.
Upon that, I just realized I've had mage armor for quite some time,
Keep forgetting to cast it.
and I keep forgetting to cast the damn thing.
Do. Bwah. I wish my automaton worked.
Aww.
What happened to it?
It
Batteries?
it's
Batteries
made of
probably.
cheap plastic. It eventually warped to where the batteries wouldn't fit in it right.
Aww.
Mhm.
Damn. Time to get another one.
Yep. So,
You get the guitar-sized one next time.
I'm assuming you guys don't explore it any further than that, and you
Nah,
continue
Nope.
moving.
you know what? No, I'm good.
No,
Probably
like
have some
Abby,
sort of
on
druid's
one hand,
curse
like
on it. Best of
slightly wants a sample of
You-
that moss, but
but
also definitely
moss-
doesn't want to deal with chest ripper.
Moss is really good for like if you have an open wound, it's good for closure. But the context of where this moss came from, you're probably reluctant, regardless of your 25 on survival.
I'm lucky, but I'm not that lucky.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seriously do not blame you. I
Not
wouldn't.
lucky.
I'd rather be like, I risk infection.
What are you talking about infection? I have fucking cure wounds, yo. Endless restoration now. I got magic.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you continue.
I guess we continue looking
traveling for a
for
few more.
diseased trees now.
You continue traveling for a few more days looking for diseased trees. And the diseased trees find you.
Oh
Of
boy.
course
Of
they do.
course.
Of course they do.
Oh shit.
No, that was a couple of days ago.
So what's the tree's initiative?
So the truth is, the trees have been following us the whole time.
It's true. You
We should have
notice
just stood
we're
there.
never out of sight from them. It's like they're always surrounding us.
Exactly.
So I'm assuming your guys'
trees
night
aren't
shifts are the same as they were that
Sure.
first time, where it was like Abby, or no, Josul, then Axel, then Abby, right?
Yep.
We'll just say
Katie
that.
never takes a watch.
Axel, during your watch, with your past perception, you do realize some of the when you're there, it's very subtle. But over time, the trees seem to be in a different spots. And then that's when you realize one of the trees is reaching down towards Abby as we roll initiative.
Oh
Oh
god.
fuck, Nuggets! I'm not in my armor.
And the
14.
the bark is very blackened on it, quite blighted.
It's
Do it.
10:45.
Yeah, I'm
We
trying to.
got this.
Oh, okay.
So what was it, Axel?
14 initiative.
Okay, Josul?
Do the people who are asleep have like disadvantage, or just like whatever we have and we're still playing whatever?
5 again.
Oof. I'll say when it's your turn.
Okay.
Sekald, what'd you get?
Even 10.
Okay. Abby.
I got a 20. Dirty 20.
I would say it's loud enough it didn't surprise you guys. But it's more like you
I
wake up
didn't
with
hear. Sorry, I didn't hear Axel's or Katie's inish.
Katie.
14.
What'd you get, Katie?
I got a 16.
Ooh.
Okay. Of course, the enemies did good. Of course they did. Oh, it does not matter. Right. So, Abby, you are prone in your bedroll. The tree's not really sneaking per se, so you definitely clearly hear its branches like creaking and stuff as the branch is reaching down at you. What do you do?
It hasn't actually touched me yet.
Nope. You go first.
What the fuck do I do to a tree?
Get away
Stop
with
it
it.
down!
Fire?
I mean,
Same thing we did to the pile of shit.
Kill it with fire?
Fire, fire, fire.
Rock, rock, rock.
same thing you did with the pile of shit. Turn it into a giant 40-foot tall toad.
That wasn't us.
I know, I'm just being an ass.
Or if
Someone who
it's
casts
Castle's got some really bad nightmares. Or,
Someone who cast a really powerful spell called Flesh to Shit.
That's called digestion.
Abby is
Deja vu. Goddamn.
going to why not? I'm gonna do I have disadvantage on a spell attack that's ranged?
You are prone.
It's coming at me. I'm gonna use half my movement to get up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, and then I'm gonna try and blast it with a Sacred Flame. It needs a dex save.
Okay. It's really good at those. 12.
It's a fail. So first off, the Spiritual Weapon is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Or boom. Ooh, shit. 10 force damage. And Sacred Flame is 2d8 radiant damage for 10 more damage.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm scuttling to go hide behind a tree that isn't moving. with the remaining 10 feet of my movement.
The branch recoils back and recoils back again from those 2 attacks.
The
As
trees
you-
are moving! The
as
trees are
you-
moving!
As you run off, Katie, you wake up
Me?
to this. Prone.
Oh boy.
Oh my
I wake up
my
to this.
AC is horrible.
How close is this to me?
Close enough that you could get up, and even at half speed, you could punch it or something.
Oh boy. I'm like, the forest is attacking us. Look around. No reaction. Okay, I run at the tree. Full speed. As I do, instead of just punching the tree because it's made of bark, I'm gonna draw my short sword.
Smart.
And I'm gonna try to chop down this tree with my short sword.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
So-
a short sword is piercing only.
Well, then I'm gonna jab at it with my short sword. Let's see. A 13 to hit with the first attack.
You hit?
All right, and that's gonna be 8 points of piercing damage, and it's a magical short sword.
Definitely good to know.
And then my second attack, is a
Oh.
15 to hit.
Even if it's magical. Wow. Okay.
Uh
Uh-oh.
oh. Uh
Uh-oh.
What was the second one to hit? Sorry.
oh. 15,
Yep, that hits.
and that's gonna be 7 points of piercing damage.
You chop off that whole branch.
How's it looking?
Let's see here. Pretty damaged.
Katie's gonna flurry of blows with her offhand and punch it twice.
Okay.
Oh, 21 to hit
Yeah, that definitely hits.
for 8 points of bludgeoning damage. This is not magical.
Ah, okay.
And a 12 to hit.
A 12 does not get through its spark.
Oh, ow! That hurt.
As you noticed with the punch that did actually go through it, a bit of the black syrup came through the bark.
Oh, I'm not happy about that.
Like tree sap, but it's like black.
So my hand comes back and it's drippy?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Think like
Also-
think like 90s, like the Power Ranger movie with the pink, or not, the purple creatures they were fighting, and it's like...
Oh, the putties.
Yeah.
You just see...
I forgot to mention it, but 8 only lasts 8 hours, and Abby probably casts that in the morning, so temporary hit points are probably gone.
Oh,
Excellent.
Axel, you are not
Great.
prone. You are in your armor because you were on guard.
Yes, I am. And yes, I am. And that is a good thing. So, looking around really quick, are there any other evil-looking trees, or is it just this one?
This one looks like every other tree around here.
Except that
Awesome.
it's trying to fucking shank the halfling.
Cool. So, as my first action, I'm going to reach out with my divine sense and see if there are anything celestial, fiendish, or undead in 60 feet. So, I'm hoping these are undead trees or fiendish.
None.
Nope. Okay, great. Action surge. I'm going to throw the fucking maul at the tree.
Okay.
No, I take that back. I'm going to cast Firebolt because fuck this tree.
Hey, another enemy on fire we have to fight.
Right? 18 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. 2d10 fire damage.
Is there any visual that goes with using detect evil?
I would say like like the video game scan thing.
Yeah, but that we can see.
I'm
No.
thinking like reaching out with a force kind of thing. Like he just closes his eyes.
Like Assassin's Creed, where different things have different colors. It's just
Yeah.
anything
Right.
that's evil is red, and
So-
anything that's good is white.
16 fire.
16?
Yeah.
You said 32 wrong. As it completely gets engulfed into fire.
Ha!
And
Cool.
falls over on fire. As
Awesome.
as you just hear like the wood of the trunk. It sounds like a tree falling. Because it's a tree. So
Timber?
it doesn't hit anybody. So end of initiative.
Wow.
You guys keep it down. I'm trying to sleep.
Abby scuttles back over to her bedroll to pick up her shield and is like, I should have grabbed this first.
Katie, That branch,
Hi.
that
Brian
branch you
can.
were at
Yep.
is on the
Yep.
ground.
I pick it up with the goopy hand and I hold it up and I go, "Is this a blighted twig?"
I think it's not really a twig, but works for me. Abby's using the remainder of a spiritual weapon to smash branches off of this thing and just make sure it's super dead.
Yeah, it's stopped moving. In fact, you hear popping noises as the bark underneath it
Nice.
explodes a bit because it's on fire.
So does this mean we can go home tomorrow?
What's it
I
smell
think
like?
so.
It smells like a tree
Okay.
with a little bit of rot.
Okay.
I'm gonna break off some smaller, because she said twigs, so I assume she doesn't want us to come back with fucking logs. Break off a bunch of those little twigs into a jar and have Katie wipe her molasses blood hand on the inside of it.
Even
I don't know if she
even
wants
without
that part too, but
even without being a study of the old magics, aka Druid Ranger magics, you're pretty sure this is blighted.
I mean, it
Ew.
tried to fucking blight me.
You guys can roll history or nature if you want on blighted things.
That's okay. I just blighted on fire.
I got a 15.
I'm gonna do history. It doesn't make a difference because I'm not proficient in either, but oh, yep. That's a 7.
With a 15, you remember a tale that apparently blighted plants originally came from an evil undead, and their blood brought them to life with evil intent.
Grass.
That is what I tell everybody.
From a valley far away in some misty land.
Hmm.
We should go there.
It sounds
No.
fun.
We traveled a far distance.
I think we
I
may have
mean,
wound up there by
this
accident.
is kind of as far as I've ever gone from home.
This is the furthest I've ever been from water in a long time.
That's true. You guys have traveled much further than me.
Yeah, you're a few days inland, when I think about it.
Now I worry. What if there is some like big great evil undead at the center of this forest doing all this stuff?
Well, if that's the case, we weren't paid to take care of it, so there's no sense in wasting our time.
But
The center of
how
the
many
we
innocent
don't-
people died in this forest just
Look,
because?
you've
we
been
don't know where it is,
you've
and
now-
we're wasting
That's fair.
time wandering around.
you've now been in here for weeks, so you got a fairly good layout. It's relatively small woods.
I think it's
None
been
of
like
you
at
are-
least probably 2, maybe 3 weeks.
None of you are able to get very well. You could actually, with your party, you could get into the center of the woods, but you've probably been avoiding it just because that's where the water is rising, and it's almost like a lake in the middle.
Why would this party avoid water?
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
In this forest?
That's
Yes, I'm
literally why
avoiding
we're
water.
here, because Abby wants to get her paws on a cloak of the manta ray.
So
Nice.
you have all your items.
We go back to town.
Yeah, let's go home.
You head back to town. A few days later, you're back in town. Hooray! And that's where we're gonna end the session for now.
Yay.
As
Hooray.
Showers later.
as they're like, thank you for completing the quest. Here is your cloak. Na 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 na.
Yay!
Does Captain Zindros herself hand that over to Abby, or
Yes.
Kind of flirt.
And you notice behind her. Okay, we'll roleplay it. I know we're about to end, but you notice behind her as she takes the components, she immediately gives it to this masked humanoid. He seems to be wearing a black fur cloak, and he has like a deer skull mask helmet. As she gives it to him,
What
sounds
does
like
he
a
s-
druid?
What does he smell like?
druid.
Okay.
What
Dirt.
does he smell like?
Dirt.
Oh, he did say that. Actually, yeah. A druid of my company has taken an interest in the drowned forest.
Yep, I remembered. So he's like, he does not say a word to any of you.
I hope they don't mind about how much we burn the forest.
I don't think.
But
they'd
you
let
notice
him
she
know.
gets the cloak off of him.
You're doing business.
Look what I got, guys!
Whoa, what does he do?
It makes me breathe water and swim super fast. Watch. Now I fucking dive into the water.
How
Before
fast do you
equipped it.
swim?
I swim at 60 with this bad boy.
But did you
Faster
equip
than
it
me.
before you jumped in?
Fuck.
'Cause you just
Probably
kinda-
not. I'm so fast, guys! I'm at 25.
Underneath the
We
robes,
fish Abby
you
out.
see this
I
gnarly
can still
old
swim.
gray hand, bony hand, with extra long nails with dirt in them, as he touches a nearby tree, and he seems to go into the tree and disappear.
Oh, that's the druid?
The druid.
Okay, I was really concerned for a second because I thought I was underneath the water in the
No,
bay and
no.
saw a creepy old hand reaching up to touch me, and I'm like, no, 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 no.
And
Just like the cat with the fucking mole mask.
and that's where we'll end with our side mission. Side mission complete.
This was fun.
Hooray.
I love the random encounters. They're so spooky and
You need
weird.
to like put the Monster Hunter mission complete. And start...
Exactly. But next time, we will start Isle of the Abbey, and not our character friend Abby.
I'm interested.
Ah,
Ah.
I caught the reference.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
anyone have any plugs before we call it a night?
Tomorrow at 4:30 on Uncanny_Adventures, which is my channel. We're gonna do some more Skull and Shackles pirate stuff.
Hmm. Yarr.
That's what I got.
Tomorrow, here, 10 o'clock in the morning, EST, Dragon Heist. Well,
Oh, yeah.
Waterdeep. I don't remember what we're doing.
We're trying
I
to
think you
figure
guys
out
are trying to
Rings of Winter mystery.
unring of wintered.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, that's right. That Uncle Zhao fellow that the kids told us about 8 million years ago, and we were like, we should check into that. Never checked into that.
And
We
he
found him
showed up.
in our house.
And of course, I
talking to our
immediately
children.
joked, I hope there's no ships nearby. He might catch them on fire.
Yeah. And what did he kill? Like, there was a thing in the
Avatar: The
house
Last
that
Airbender reference.
he had fought. Was it another demon devil thing? I think it was another demon or devil thing.
Probably.
Anyway, watch it. It's cool. Our characters are
Dead.
terrible, terrible parents trying to be good examples and failing utterly all the time. It's great. I play a monk that forgets that she can fucking do stunning strike all the time.
I bet no one
Yeah.
can relate. So, if that's everybody, I guess we'll see you next time. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.